just gonna jump straight into this. We're roving around with this team comp group of friends and people and whatnot, where we're gonna have some more fun in this world, the world that is Roven.
Sup, dudes
Oh,
and dudettes
Hey!
and other people. I wonder if there is a word for dude, but for like.
holy shit, Butters!
I think Butters is home.
To ask where he was.
I've not been home for 5 days. I'm happy. Or 4 days.
I wonder where
Why's bothered?
is there like a gender neutral version of dude?
Dude.
Yeah, I suppose.
Pal?
Pal.
Pal.
Brosif. I argue Brosif is gender neutral.
Anyways. So when we last left you guys off, you guys were heading up towards an old fortification, and along the way you met up with a friendly encounter with a very, very hot creature that I believe someone identified as Aroma Haze. And still with your guide, still heading up, still keeping an eye out, making sure you're not getting buried again. The area in front of you, still covered in snow. It's a little bit slushy in a few areas from where there was heat, but not too much as soon as you get away from the area you were just in. Continuing to press onward, press forward, and such like that. You eventually see the structure in the distance.
Who's fucking typing?
It's Paris.
Sorry. I'll stop.
It's
You're under
the
arrest.
computer.
I can't fix it. I mean, I can, but it would take 30 minutes, and I don't feel like doing that.
Understandable. You can do it later. We get it.
Relatable.
Yes.
I forget. Have we had a short or long rest in this time? or is
No.
it... Okay. Alright.
Not since we fought.
This is the wrong campaign for that, Oz. That Tenebris
It's
is
all-
the... You're in that campaign.
Weeks.
It's
In like
the-
3 weeks.
Yeah, she hasn't been in it.
I know, she's been swarmed by cats and just enjoying herself.
I don't think Kenny can legally arrest me.
What?
I said, I don't think Tenebris can legally arrest me.
He's not a cop. He's an assassin. There's a difference. That being said,
Just kill you.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
He'll
structure,
arrest your body.
Ooh.
the structure, as I was mentioning before, is massive. Just some of the doors that you can see, they're a good 25 feet in height. These are big boy doors. However, one of the doors does look to have been more than slightly broken outward. And along one of the walls you can see that there appears to have been an area that is encapsulated partly with ice with a hole in it.
Awesome.
Wait, what? There's a bit of ice with a hole in it.
In one of the walls.
Oh.
Our guide is still
Yes.
alive and with us, correct?
Yes.
She's a Goliath?
She's
As
alive.
far as I remember,
She's a Goliath.
Yes.
As far as I know, she is slightly pissed off at us, but yeah, it's fine.
Well, what I'm about to do is perfect then.
I don't think she's pissed off at us.
Figment just saddles along, walking next to her to the best of his ability while they're marching towards the tower, and is like, with these giants, right? Didn't you mention something of the sort? Your people, and these giants had some sort of trade relationship?
Yes.
What kinds of things did you trade?
It would depend on the needs, usually. Giants are rather hardy people, and they try and make their own way, but they do occasionally find themselves with need of various minor augmentations to what they've made. Things that our hands, being smaller, are able to do. Whether it's helping them to fix up bits of their armor, although most of the time they just make it out of our shield, which they'll buy in surplus to do so. Or to give them essentially rags, which is the standard size of a boar. Although the giant boars that they hunt are usually more than enough for their needs. Not nearly big enough, per se, but when there's enough of them around, they can make something good out of it. They prefer to hunt creatures that are more reclusive, like giant elks. Creatures that are actually of a size that they can compare with.
You say giant boars?
Yes, more to the Southlands than here. They don't tend to enjoy the cold nearly as much as many of the other creatures. They're
Gwent
not
looks disappointed immediately.
not fully built for this landscape.
Oh, are we at the Are we at the tower now? Are we at the base of it?
You're moving up to it, yes.
Gotta get
And you have
towards
two.
that big hole, probably.
There's a big hole, and then there's the doorway that is slightly busted out.
No, we walk through the hole.
Is everyone agreeing on that?
Go towards the hole.
Yeah, alright. Right, if we're in this town thing, Story kind of wants to go to that building with the hand.
The one that you're at.
Oh, that's where we are. Okay.
Yes. That is where
Okay,
you're
I thought-
going towards in the first place. Yes, that is still the same place.
Oh, is that the tower then? Or are we not at the
Yes.
tower? Okay,
The tower
right.
is part of this structure.
Okay. He's gonna use Divine Sense.
Okay.
When they're up at the door.
Within the range of your divine sense, aberrations, celestial fiends, nothing's blipping on your radar.
Okay.
Don, check voice chat text. I can't type.
Yeah.
I can't type.
I-
Okay.
We don't mind listening in. The door, as you are approaching, you do notice that a little bit ways, like as you're kind of having to walk around it, is there's a lump of snow that just kind of protrudes in front of you.
Okay, is there like a tiny thing I could pick up and throw at the lump?
Like a stick. Like,
Yeah,
which
can I-
is probably more like a shrapnel from the door.
Okay, I'm gonna go poke the snow.
You poke it, it goes in maybe about half an inch to an inch, and then it feels something very solid beneath it.
Can I use the stick to rub away the snow and see what it is?
Yep, you start
So-
scraping it off, and
Oh.
eventually you see like white flecks on something hard. You keep wiping away at it. It's a rock.
Oh, cool.
So it's just a boulder.
What in the what wedged into the door?
No, it looks like it's like maybe 15 feet away from the door. Like,
It's just hanging out.
make an intelligence check.
Me?
And you too. I'll say you too.
Nice.
My specialty.
Just hanging out. I mean, it's an interesting place
That's
for
an
a
18. I mean, that's a 19 plus 2, which is 21.
Ooh.
With the 21, based off of the way the door's broken, you'd say that this rock probably is what busted the door outwards, and then this is where it rolled to a stop.
Is it blocking our way?
No, you just had to go around it.
He just wanted to poke it. Judging by the way this thing looks, I think it was bust those doors open. Just saying. He's gonna continue going towards the hole.
Interesting.
The hole in
Story
the door or
wall.
the hole in the wall?
Wall.
Those are in two very different parts of the place, and will take you different time to get to either.
Whichever is fastest.
Door. You're right in front of it right now.
We're going in. I'm going in.
Where does the hole in the wall lead?
Into the building. You'll probably be able to find it if you're going through the entire place anyways.
Okay, I'll just go through the door then.
Alright. Heading through the door, the place is... It feels as massive as it should look. Everything is a good 4 or 5 times bigger than any place you've seen. Like, a normal table is just... The base of it is well outside of your ability to reach up and even attempt to grasp the edge of it. The chairs are
Damn.
just huge. There's a fireplace way off in one of the corners that is completely died out and looks to have a bit of frost that's kind of encapsulating the wood. There's signs that there's been some kind of commotion in the area. There's a few chairs that have been thrown backwards as though someone stood up suddenly. You actually see what at first you think is it must be some kind of great sword. And then you see its position with everything else and realize this might be the equivalent of a giant's knife.
How big is it in comparison to Eris?
In comparison to Eris, at least as big as Eris.
Story's gonna try and pick it up.
Wait, no. What's my character's name? Figment. Figment's gonna grab onto Storvener and tap him. Sorry.
How big is it?
It's a big old great sword looking thing.
Storvener, can you
Yeah.
think to throw me onto that table there?
No one touch it. Would it be good for me to detect magic, please?
I came back to Figment asking if he can be thrown.
Yeah, you're seeing a giant table. Like,
Awesome.
like for you, this place is even more massive because you're little. This place is like looking up, like just getting to the edge of the table. That's probably a good 12 feet up.
Curse you,
That is
small
Storvener does a really good
legs.
strength check, I think.
You would not be able to be thrown up to the top.
What?
No, you wouldn't.
Why not?
Not.
Because of your weight, most likely.
Or it's too tall to just be thrown
Yeah.
up there.
Fair enough.
Wait, okay, so where's the greatsword exactly? I'm sorry, I was doing something on the floor. Before anyone touches it, may I please detect magic?
Go for it.
Before anyone does anything.
You can
Alright.
certainly try. Do you need me to roll you a acrobatics
I'm
or
here.
athletics check, Kazaria?
No, Azara wants to parkour up to the table.
Wait, can we not do anything for a second?
I mean, it takes you 10 minutes to ritual cast.
I know, but I don't want us to step on a magical trap or something.
I'll live a little.
Die quicker.
Man, what's your carrying capacity? He does make sense. make him think.
You're doing that.
boy.
It's just gonna be looking around
Okay.
the area, room, whatever the hell this place is.
The area that you're currently in looks to be some kind of living space. Perhaps it's meant to be adjoined to some kind of kitchen. There are two doorways, one of which is more open than the other. The other one looks like it had a door that was just caved in. The other one looks like part of the wall was caved in as well, and outwards.
Can I peek into the more open one just from far away to see what an
Looking
extreme is
into
like?
that room, that one looks to be some kind of gathering area. You'd guess a place where people could go to relax, maybe to do various crafts in that sort of room. It's large enough that you can't see everything. Just trying to lean over and try and peek through, you can see a few things scattered about. Just much more in chaos than this room.
Wait, Guru,
Mm,
how tall is the table?
like
Like-
12 feet up.
Yeah, Story can reach that. I mean, he's not that tall, but he could jump up.
What's your strength modifier?
4. So he can leap 7 feet into the air, and I can reach 1.5 times my height above that.
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna try to climb too. What thing is that? What do I roll?
But right now you've been told to stay put. Are you guys going to ignore what Dren has advised and try and climb up
Figment doesn't want to
anyways?
sit around for 10 minutes doing nothing, so he's gonna at least try.
Okay. What is your strength modifier, Figment?
-1.
Awesome. So you can jump 2 feet. How tall are you?
6 feet.
You're 6 feet. So you'd be able to do 8 feet, arms in the air, maybe 10 feet, 11 feet. You'd probably want to climb up onto something else first. So I'd say you can make a athletics check to climb up onto a chair and attempt. Storvener, athletics check to see if you can get up and pull yourself all the way up.
Athletics.
I mean, he's
Uh-oh.
not
That's
jumping
a
up. He's
1.
gonna.
A -1. Minus
He would
1.
have basically. I don't know if anyone wanted just like a free ride up there. He would just sort of, I don't know, let them hold his hand, and he would just like jump up with his arm in the air. But I don't know.
If you're
The
just
only one
doing
who's
like a
jumping up
hop-
there is Figment.
Yeah, if you're just doing like a hop, that does have the height that you can do, which is about 3 feet. It's
Oh, no,
like if
he would-
Figment would try to do it. I'd still say athletics check if you're trying to lift Figment up onto the tabletop.
Well, let's see about this.
What was yours, Figment?
1.
0.
minus 1.
You
So
got a
0.
natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so a natural 1. Okay.
I'm gonna die.
You're not gonna die from jumping.
So you jump up, you put your hands onto the edge of the table, and as Storvener's hands leave your feet as you're trying to pull yourself up, you reach your hand out and you feel your arm just slip, and you free fall back down to the ground and take 5 points of fall damage.
Ow.
As you find yourself against a bit of ice.
2 points.
Dad, what the fuck?
You can get up and try again in a different part of the area, but you now know that that place has some ice on it.
Figment, maybe we should wait to make sure that it ain't trapped. Because I don't know how hardy you are, but I can't imagine it'll be hardy enough to survive a trap set by a giant.
Your guide kind of slowly raises up a finger. Why would they trap their own fortress against themselves?
I
Maybe
don't
they
think
left in
they
a hurry.
would. I don't think they would. I think if something attacked, when it may have taken over the area, it might.
Perhaps.
Okay, then a trap set for a giant.
Okay. So with the jumping shenanigans coming to a rest, as you're like, okay, yeah, I can wait. I can figure out if there's anything else around here.
Oh, I'm just koalaing on. I'm sorry right now.
Dren, your detect magic ritual finishes, and you move around just real quick. The knife does have some magic on it.
The knife?
Yeah,
It's a giant's knife.
Oh, yeah.
giant's knife.
So it's like a great sword for us.
Yes.
For us.
Buster blade for us.
Yes.
Also, can I point out, if you look at the map, New Dren, who this?
You try to do this.
The art's
Oh,
on this.
nice.
Yes.
I do my best. Actually, see about making it the size of everyone else real quick.
Also, Matt is a great sword.
Yeah.
Would it be big enough for Storvener to carry?
It would be big enough for Storvener to carry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand up to the ground.
Also,
It's-
just because I know that this is how the spell works, evocation magic.
Alright, I'll have put my hand to the ground and have Dragon slither up to it.
Alright. Dragon slides up to it.
I will, actually, before he slithers up, I will put a card in his mouth,
Mhm.
and I'll hold the pearl in my hand, and I'll cast Identify through him.
Just casting it outright?
No, I don't have it prepared.
No, so you're ritual casting it then.
Yeah. 10 more minutes, please. That's the only magic thing I see in the area, so you can feel free to go. Well, within 30 feet. Before I do all that, I'll do a quick perimeter and try to walk around.
Mhm.
I'm guessing that's all I see, right?
Magically? Yes.
No other magics in the air, so whatever attacks you is not going to be magical. I'm going to identify this to see if it could be of use to us.
Yumi lightly taps Zara's shoulder and points up. She has the decency to not, like, heel kick her.
I would love for you to check for standard trap.
Good.
Does the by the
Wait,
way,
I can actually offer assistance. I'm proficient at these tools.
does
That's
Dren,
not how you check for traps, Bears.
This is alright. Investigation. Duh. I can help disarming.
does Dren's detect magic pick up anything else?
No.
No.
Okay.
Speaking of, Dren, I will allow you to be the one to know.
Also, Matt needs you to roll for him, duh.
I think you'll find the name of it to be amusing as well. Yes, you may roll an investigation check if you wish to look for standard traps.
Apparently it says on the tools it says investigation perception. You gain additional insight when looking for traps because you've learned a variety of common signs that betray their presence.
Matt's asking you to do it, duh. I think.
My apologies.
So apparently you can use Sea of Stalls to look for traps.
Fair enough. Looking around, trying to get a feel for what you're looking for what's around. Doesn't appear to be trapped. This
There's
place.
never is.
From
There's
what?
never help.
Are you proficient in investigation?
No.
11
But I have
still good
skills.
enough to look around and see. With your intelligence as you're looking around, this place looks thrashed, as I mentioned before. Not specifically this room. This room looks more like people were in this room, got up, something crashed through and moved into another part of the room, and there was all sorts of chaos and whatnot. At the very least in this room, if this were a place to trap, it's they would have needed to probably clean up a little bit to leave anything for people like yourselves. Or to leave it for even giants, that would have required something less chaotic than what appears to have gone on here.
Just as a general thing, how like it's something when you said something like crash through here, is there like an actual window that looks cracked?
Wall.
Whoa. Oh, that's more frightening.
Yeah. As in, on one of the walls, the one that Figment was peeking through, there was a door. You can see the door on the floor, raised up by the knob that it had once, been used and such. And part of the door frame and wall that door had been attached to is broken through.
Awesome.
It does look like it
does
was
not
a
feel
fairly
fun.
weak door frame. The wood does not look very structurally sound, and it is in the cold, so that may have had something to do with what caused this. But at the same time,
Some
door
still
wall.
blew a wall through.
Story would approach Dren and would ask, "What does this knife do?" Then
I don't know yet.
I gave it to you. It's in handouts.
No, tell me that.
I did. I said I gave, and here it is. I said that.
That you didn't say where it
That doesn't
was.
tell
I was
him where
thinking
it
It's in
is.
the image.
handouts. I always put it in handouts. I'll change it to magic weapons for you guys.
I think it's used to cut things.
So you know those like YouTube tutorial, like those YouTube satisfying videos.
Mhm.
I
With
think,
the
yeah.
degree knife.
I'm
All right, so what this
concerned.
does is it's an above average greatsword, you could say, and you can. Is it a command word, Grant?
It's a command word, but
Oh.
for this one, it's an action.
Yeah, you speak the command word as an action, and the blade will be extremely
Heated.
they will be what?
Heated.
extremely heated.
Oh, nice.
Would you like to tell them the name of
Story.
this?
It's called the butter knife.
Hmm. The what?
Oh,
It's
my
called the butter knife.
Is it literally in the shape of a butter knife?
Yes.
God.
Wait, then it's not very sharp. It would be doing bludgeoning damage.
Not if it's heated.
No, then it would just be
this
doing
is
only
very sharp. It is called the butter knife, but and it is shaped like butter knife. But just looking at the edge of it, it is sharp. Like
To
they
be
clearly
fair,
sharpened
it's
it. It's a medieval butter knife, not a modern butter knife. Think of it like that.
the old butter knife.
Not
Yeah.
even that. It's a giant butter knife. So where the hell they have to eat would be twice as tough.
It's frozen.
Um,
I'm gonna climb on the table.
Story will go and pick up the giant butter knife.
That weapon will kill a god one day.
Wait, what?
That knife
He
will
said
kill
that-
God one day.
God, actually, I have a question.
Yes.
What, wait, I couldn't hear.
He said that knife will kill a god one day.
Oh, okay.
Between me and Zarya, I just called her Zarya. Zarya. Can I reach the top of the table?
Are you two working together, or are you both trying to get up there individually?
I'm on her shoulders.
Make an athletics check.
Jordan is just like going, looking over the table like, I don't think so.
Athletics.
Yes. This is a
Oh.
climbing ability check, so it's not
Yeah.
parkouring per
Okay.
se. 15 was what you needed. You get up, you see a bit of ice near where you were about to land, and you manage to put your hand just enough to the side that you're able to pull yourself up. And on the table, there's a few scatterings of things where it looks like some stuff was thrown around a little bit. Towards the center of the table is a cold as sin from the look of it. Broken open piece of some kind of meat. You'd guess from the look of it, maybe boar. And there's like chunks that have been ripped off of it, but it's frozen. If you heat it up, it might still be good, but it's just on the table, on a plate. Well, most of it's on a plate. Some of it's kind of rolled off slightly.
So there's just a disembodied ew from on top of the table.
There are a few other plates, one of which looks to have been cracked and shattered because apparently someone decided to stab into the center of it.
Okay.
With their knife. Probably someone hearing something off in the distance got frustrated and just stabbed into it. It's right through one of the boar's legs, you'd presume, and it looks like it got right between two of the. No, one of the bones is completely cracked in half.
Ow!
Angry giant.
I don't know what the fuck he heard, but he needs some anger management classes. I will grab the knife, or attempt to.
Make a strength check.
I will also get a dragon to come back.
Dragon, please will go over.
What was the number?
20.
It was not 20, but I still don't know if it's enough to hold it for too long.
Probably not.
So, you want this knife, right?
Yes.
Wait,
How big?
which knife is it?
Big as the other
It's
one.
bigger
It's
than
as big as
me.
the other one, yeah.
Yeah, no.
She's just trying to dislodge it. She's not trying to carry it. So it's just a gnome just going, ah, and throwing themselves at the hilt of
Yeah,
a sword.
I'm aware. So Azaria attempts to help. Azaria's like, okay, ready. Actually, let me roll Azaria's athletics check to get up, just real quick. Azaria, it takes you a little bit before you actually get up. You actually slip and fall off one or two times, but you're going up the safer way. And eventually when you get up, you're trying to help. You're kind of like, okay, we'll push on this, we'll see. And you just see the screaming form of Yumiko run forward, parkour off of the plate to grab the hilt and yank at it. You're trying to push it, and then you realize the mistake. You realize it as Yumiko slams into the hilt, and you feel it loosen and start to slide out, and then you see where Yumiko is and where the knife will be going. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and are pinned. Well, not bludgeoning, fall damage actually, and you are pinned to the floor underneath this weapon, Paris.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regurgies.
I got it.
Story, we're not up there. We don't know this is happening.
You just saw her fall to the ground next to you.
She fell off the table. Okay.
Yes, you fell off the table and is pinned by
move.
this knife.
Wait,
I'm going over there and trying to get it off her.
Wait, everybody, wait. Let me detect magic.
So you're gonna leave her under there for 10 minutes.
Nope,
I'm
nope,
gonna
I'm
move.
lifting it. I'm lifting it.
Alright.
It's just gonna stand over Yumiko and ask, "Are you all right?" Not try to move the knife.
I'm fine.
Tharius just like slowly walks up, leans over you.
Hi.
I love everyone immediately tries to help her. Me and Thara are like, wait, let's let her realize what she's done.
She's not going to. Even if you left her under there, she'd just be laughing.
Figment's not helping either. He's just standing and asking if she's okay.
She
So
holds
three
the
people are
thumbs
just
up
like,
and stands up.
are you okay? She stands up after. It is another greatsword. If you will wait around for the 10 minutes, the guide gets a little bit antsy and just kind of motions to you. I will look ahead. I will keep my eyes open for traps. You will stay. I don't need you grabbing another knife and pinning yourself down.
I know better.
She
I
stares
was
at
going
you.
ahead as well.
I think everyone gives her the bitch, really.
Basically, yeah. Please stay with him. I will be right back. And
To be fair,
moves
I
on.
do want someone going with you because last time you tried to move ahead, you got almost eaten by a river haze.
I will make sure to keep myself close enough to the group that if anything should happen, I will at the very least be able to shout.
She just raises both her eyebrows like you didn't shout last time.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she let out a noise? Oh, I thought she
Yeah.
just got taken the fuck out.
No, there was a brief and then she was taken the hell out.
She got picked. She got picked up, swung around in the mouth, and threw.
Yeah, she made noise, but it was also a case of
She got
yeah.
She got
She got
Loki.
flung
That's the easiest
around.
way to say it. Yeah, she got Loki'd at the end of the Avengers movie.
Yeah. Basically.
She screamed.
Yeah.
I forgot she got flung around. I thought it just fucking came up and knocked her ass away.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah, she like looks at you like I will make
Yeah,
sure to make noise.
And we'll text Alice.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
So within that 10 minutes, she's going to be going on ahead. Ooh, she actually rolled really well.
You're right all the time. Let me know how
You
things are going,
detect
otherwise
magic, and you sense that this is similar evocation magic to the one that is currently on Storvener's back. No sheath, by the way. So you have to find your own way to sheath it.
If we brought these back, then we don't need it. These could be worth a pretty penny. I'm assuming.
Oh, on his
I have to
shoulder.
agree.
And I don't know where you're having it.
He has like rocks in his back. I don't think he could actually properly sheath it on his back if he wanted to.
In front of him. Okay. Tharius will hold out a hand and offer to take this one.
Wait, you can use those things?
Yeah. He's the type of bard who can. He's proficient
But
with
a question:
weapons.
do you want to use it instead of using your shield?
He like looks at you like, I said I'd carry it. I didn't say I was going to
Okay,
use it.
that's what I'm asking about.
No,
'cause I'm
if
just
it's
curious,
worth a
'cause-
pretty penny, I want to get my pretty penny.
Yeah. Doesn't I can't remember. Wait a second. I need
Hey, can I hold it then?
Kind of like looks at
I
you.
look at his body.
Can you
Can
carry it? Hold on.
Yeah.
I love the idea that both of them just look at him like, can you?
Because me and Figment share the same strength, and Drin's like, we look about as strong as the other, and I don't.
Drew,
That
can
looks
I
like
carry it? Can I try to carry it?
Tharius will
There's-
offer it to you. Make a strength check.
There is some squinting occurring.
I got a 15 actually.
Is that including the -1?
Yes.
You're able to stay standing.
Apparently.
You'd be able to carry it. You would just be moving around a little bit slower.
Is he encumbered with it?
I don't think so.
Because encumbered doesn't have to be just weight. It can be. I don't care how much a
Please,
car
leave
weighs.
me alone.
You're
I'm very
encumbered if you
powerful. Accept it.
No, it's like how Mordecai carried the card
Look
on
at
his
the big
back.
fun
It
sword.
was under his carrying cap, but he was still
But
encumbered
it's
because he was
still, yeah,
carrying
because
it.
it's a
So
fucking
Yeah.
card.
No, Butters is just mad because he didn't get the big fun sword like I did.
To be fair, he doesn't
I
care
mean,
about the big
technically-
red sword like
Yeah.
you do.
If we're gonna talk about the big fun sword here, technically I got it. And I'm still giving it to Darius.
It fell on you. Well, he's
I
giving
just
it to
lost-
me now.
I love the story. I abstain.
I don't need it.
It's more like I'm not in this argument. Y'all do what you do.
as long as story has one of them, I'm fine. Because that DPS for me enlarging him on top of that. Oh,
Oh, he
dear
said he's
Christ.
not going to use it because he doesn't
Oh,
like that he uses
okay.
both of his hands.
Okay, I was gonna say that could have been great DPS.
No, Figment's
wants
just
to
gonna
shield.
walk with it.
Figment,
Is
can you
it
please
the-
give it to
Moving around slowly.
Yeah,
Tharius
Figment,
just
give it to somebody else,
Tharius
please.
holds up a hand like, no, I want to see this.
No, but he's slowing us down.
We're not moving anywhere.
We're about to move as soon as I got done detecting magic on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah, but I mean,
this is kind of funny.
Also,
He's
I know
like
how bad.
waddling with it.
I know
His
how
knees
bad
are
problems
bending under the
feels
strain of the
day
weight.
after. I know how bad problems feel the day after you do something like that. And I don't think he properly stressed before picking that up.
I just imagine both Yumi and Tharius just watching this with the most sadistic fucking smile, like.
well, that's Yumi. Tharius is just looking at her like, him like, If he's not going to want to learn any other way, sure.
He's the parent. I'm the aunt.
Guru, just so you know, is it okay if I sent Dragon up with the scout?
Send it with if you
Yeah.
offer that, Dragon will be allowed to wrap around. She actually makes like a very kind of like a surprise, like he's warm comment, and just like what?
What? I did not hear you.
He's warm.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
even though he is a snake, because of his creation, he's not technically a
Cold-blooded.
reptile, cold-blooded and all that.
Yeah,
So he's
he's
not
technically a
affected by
fae.
cold. Yep, he's technically a fae.
He a warm bully.
He's warm enough that she notices it, like, oh, he's warm.
That's the reason why I'm able to have a snake wrapped around me. It helps.
Yep. You guys begin walking forward. When Figment, you're basically doing that, trying not to lean back with your legs spread far apart to keep yourself waddling forward.
How is Figment carrying the sword?
Not well.
Well, badly, I'd say.
I'm
Is
actually
there
just over
any-
his shoulder and dragging.
Is there any possible way I can go behind Figment and try and take a bit of the sword weight so it
You
feels
could
like
carry
he's actually...
Oh.
So he thinks that he's carrying it,
Probably
but
not.
actually not.
The way
No.
that it was given to Figment by Tharius was essentially arms out in front and put into the arms. That's why I
It's
said
like the
well, it's not like-
waitress trying to carry way too much food for her own.
Yeah. Not necessarily dragging it. Like, if Figment wanted to change to dragging it, sure. But that's the way that I had it in my mind.
Okay.
So Figment has it all in their hands, and it's like trying not to lean too much to one side or else they'll start tipping over, which Tharius just kind of like grabs puts a finger under the hilt, just kind of looks over like, I can take this whenever you want.
No.
Alright.
She said no.
Yeah. And
Hold
Tharius,
on,
Tharius is just,
no.
like, yeah, if he doesn't learn.
I'll get on Darius' shoulder.
Okay.
I need a perfect fucking view for this.
So you guys,
Putting it down.
say again? Oz?
Eyes are kind of muffled.
Me?
What'd you say?
There you go, you ready? What'd you say
Oh,
before we couldn't hear you?
Figment's not putting it in until he has to.
I will, Azaria's with us, right?
Yes.
Azaria came down with me, I think. Well, excuse me, I won't say came down with me, but came down after me.
Azaria, I'm gonna make sure our guy doesn't get absolutely butt fucked, and I'll put my hand on Azaria's shoulder and I'll switch to Dragon's Eyes.
You switch to Dragon's Eyes, and the view of it is simple enough. Looks to be a lot of stone going upwards. Appears that they have found one of the stairways. They are being careful. They're looking around. They put their hands across various crevices, trying to see if there's like a switch that's meant to be, a pressure plate for someone who's giant, not medium-sized. But everything that they are currently seeing looks to be okay. They've been moving up. Apparently they went through the last area without any incident, and they get towards the top of one area, and as Dragon kind of like looks like does like the snake periscope thing where like it turns and lifts its head slightly to peek over, it does come face to face with the giant,
Oh!
who is half frozen and has a chunk of their neck missing.
Oh!
Guru, I have extensively studied dragon. Does that look like something that could do? Does that look like a bra-
Roll a... Let's be an
Yes.
intelligence or a history check. I'll allow history.
$25.
This has the markings of a conflict between a dragon, likely something of a white dragon's variety. Silver dragon would not be this sort of vindictive, if you will, to go for the throat and just rip it out and then leave it covered in ice. There's some danger to that, but the area around, this is not the sort of place that a white dragon would set up as its roost, meaning that this may have been a place where it came in to get food, attacked them just for the fun and sport of it, and then left.
And Guru, you said like parts of the door were broken, right? Like corners around the.
As in, part of
Right.
it had been punched through. And in fact, one of the walls leading into this place had been punched through as well.
And how big is the door width-wise?
Width-wise?
Yeah, because so it's implied the thing couldn't fit fully through the door or something like that.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it either didn't fit through fully width-wise, or it just decided to, screw the door and go in through the wall.
I was.
The door is about, I'd say, because it's 25 feet of height, I'd say about 15 feet across. No,
With
10
all
feet,
of-
10 feet.
With all the variables, I'm just trying to. If this was a dragon, I'm trying to just gauge kind of what size this thing would have to be, like how large.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Large.
you just as we're walking as a group, you just hear a dragon go.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, and he just has a worried look on his face.
I will jump off Tharius and kind of like poke Drin.
He kind of just flicks right where you are. He just continue walk. Look, he's trying to look for more things.
Okay. In the next room, just before we go back to Dragon, in the next room that you guys enter into, do you go through the big crash door, or do you go through the other door?
Can I peek in through the big craft door?
That's the one that Figment looked through that looks to be some kind of like workspace looking area.
I'm gonna walk in.
If you
curious.
peek in, by the way, you do also see that one of the walls towards the far side was where the big crash had come in through the wall.
So there's two. I won't say entry points, but there's two holes.
There's a hole into the door, and then there's a hole in through the wall. The wall is the one that you had seen when you'd been walking up.
Oh, okay.
So that's the one that I was mentioned before. It apparently entered into this room.
Do I hear anything per chance?
Make a perception check. You hear the howling
It's
of the
left
wind.
of my passive.
You hear the faint sound of your own feet on the stone. Nothing much else beside that.
Can I have like dragon like sweep by her leg, bite the back of her like pant leg, and then like start like pulling to like.
Pulling, trying to get the guide to come back.
Yeah.
It's not within range, is the thing. How far is the range actually?
120 feet.
120 feet. Okay. I'll allow it. Excuse
Alright.
me. So dragon starts pulling on it, and the guy kind of like makes like a shush kind of motion as she's examining the giant, looking to be inspecting them. And do you speak giant?
I don't think so. Let me
I
check.
think the only one that does is Eris.
Eris, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, she's saying something, like putting the hand on the giant's nose and saying something, but you're not sure exactly what she's saying.
he's like dragons becomes insistent. Just like he just like does bite on it. He just like looks at it and starts shaking its head.
And she looks at it and looks back and just like,
Oh no, this is Yumi. I thought.
no, this is dragon.
No.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yeah, she like looks to dragon, looks over, and just kind of like shakes her head slowly, just like, I need a moment.
It's like a dog.
My eyes will go back to me. Okay, so I think a dragon attacked. I'm almost 90% positive it was a dragon. Big frozen giant in the next room. Things don't.
Yeah, it's not in the next room. This is upstairs.
Upstairs, sorry. We need to get upstairs soonish.
We need to leave if there was a dragon.
Well, it's not a roost area. This isn't where a dragon would hang. This,
So this is-
looks to be more of
Maybe it
just
stopped,
an attack.
For a quick snack and left, right?
Doesn't mean it won't come back if it figures out things around here patrolling.
That's my concern.
Aren't dragons usually more wanting to hunt in their own area?
Are they?
Unless it's vindictive, and then it'll go out of its way.
I mean,
But most of the time, I'd say
probably vindictive, but I mean, if it's
They might
It's
have
also-
taken something of it.
it's also more than likely a white dragon, which are usually somewhat brutal.
okay. So let's
Can I take a just quick glance around the workshop?
sure.
Like just looking around.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking around.
I'll make a
That's
perception.
literally it.
Yeah, make a perception check.
We're
I
leaving.
have a question.
Not yet. We're looking around, but we're trying to move it with haste.
Guru, how long has it been since I looked for the sword?
Hold on. Before
Until I detect magic, the sword.
but now it's been about a minute and a half.
Oh,
Actually,
my
I'd
detect
say,
magic's still up.
I'd say two minutes actually.
Yeah, my detect magic's still up. I'll just do a quick run through of it.
Limey, yes, you had a question.
How much does Eris know about dragons?
That's actually a good question, considering.
You know, a bit regarding various dragons. What's your scale color?
Gold.
You would have been taught probably more about chromatic dragons than metallic dragons, due to the fact that they kind of figured that you having gold scales would likely encounter more of the enemy, quote unquote, dragons than friendly ones. So they figured you would need a little more information regarding that. So you would have a little bit of history knowledge regarding them. Was there anything
Okay.
in specific you were trying to find out?
Dren gave us a description of what was happening, or what had happened, right?
The basic one.
Very, basic. He doesn't like talking about gold
I
that
just
much.
I just wanna see if what I know lines up with what has been described, like if this seems white dragon, or if it seems too aggressive to be white dragon.
Roll a history check.
I can't do that. I need you to do it.
I will roll it for you, no worries.
Thank you. I should have brought my dice with me, but I didn't.
That's the wrong person. There's Eris. Oh boy. 11.
Yay!
From what you can tell, it feels like it matches up fairly well. If anything, the aggressiveness might be underwhelming in a sense, but that might just be because it was a surprise ambush attack that didn't have enough resistance for it to get as violent as it could have.
White dragons are fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah,
they're
basically
like
the
the most
barbarians.
aggressive. Yeah, they're like the most aggressive, and I was thinking of red dragon because red dragons will at least sit back and think about things. White dragons are very instinctive.
Red dragons will have 15 contingency plans, and you'll be lucky if you find one that they didn't think about. And even then, if they survive it, they'll have a new one.
Okay.
So yeah, white dragons, they're mean and they're nasty.
I'm going to see if I can start moving ahead, sort of after the guide.
The area.
I'm gonna just.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, go on. I said since I have time left up on the deck to detect magic, I'm just gonna walk in a room, look around, see if anything pings, then just walk out.
It would take you a while to sweep some of these rooms, but if you're just doing it like passively as you're going through,
I'll do the shop first. I'll take my time a little bit.
this area appears to have nothing magical.
All right. Yeah.
However, it does have many things of note, including a cold forge, meaning that it's frozen over slightly. Near the wall, you can see that there's several tanning. They're not tanning hides. They are hides that are being tanned, but they are being pulled onto like a bracket to try and like stretch them almost, or make sure that they don't shrink. there's a piece of wood about the size of Paris that's on the ground that looks to have been carved into some kind of maybe effigy or some kind of totemic structure. It's only half finished, so it doesn't really give you the full lowdown onto what it is.
And Guru, if I remember correctly, there's something about like there's a blue dragon to the south that
In the
I know
southern
of,
areas,
right?
there are
Yeah.
several blue dragons to the south.
Wait, is what you describing where I'm at right now, or is this Jordan searching the other area?
We're both in the shop, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Or the
Everyone seems to be
workshop,
going through the shop at the moment.
except Eris, who said she went up to where the
She's
guide.
which is through the shop, so she'd have to go through
Oh,
the shop
okay.
to go upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not stopping.
Yeah.
While we breeze through, I'm looking for.
I'm assuming I found nothing useful even with that perception then. Damn.
I'm going to look for valuables.
Okay.
Yeah, valuables.
Okay. The perception check does see that there's a various amounts of tools and such around, many of which are
Scattered.
huge.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
So trying to pick up and take one of the toolkits wouldn't be practical.
Done.
Wait,
I have a
Guru,
question.
how much do I know about crafting shit? And like, especially with forges. Can I just make an intelligence check?
Sure. You wouldn't have a huge amount because you're not
Yeah.
proficient with it, but
Exactly. Alright, 15. Well, I know, don't touch it! Especially shit with marks on it. Because things that worked with acids will hurt your fucking hands badly if you touch.
there are a few areas where you would be able to know, there are certain things you shouldn't try and just touch, especially since over in one of the corners you can see that there's it's like a pool. It looks like a pool of water, but from the way that the light kind of glints off of it and the fact that it's still liquid makes you think maybe not.
Do I see a screwdriver that's not in these areas?
Yes, and it's as
Yes.
big as you.
Yeah.
I know, I want it.
Sure, you get a screwdriver that's huge.
And probably unusable.
By
I will
yourself.
follow Eris. There's no method to my madness. Don't ask me questions.
You're basically doing the big old.
I am an Oompa Loompa with a candy cane.
Hey, it's important to keep note, Guru, how much does it weigh?
Ooh, good question. It's huge. I'm trying to think of how to size it up properly without it being overly unwieldy.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
5 to 50.
a normal a normal screwdriver can be up to like what? A little more than half.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If that, yeah.
So, yeah,
10 pounds?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm surprised only 10.
It's not super heavy, but it's got like a.
It's
the wooden
large, is the
awl,
problem.
and it's most of the weight's coming from the metal. It's just
She just carries it over her shoulder like IRL, like someone with a rifle.
yeah, that's the way I was thinking of it too.
And she'll follow Eris with it.
Thor just kind of looks at you, just like I'm not carrying that for you.
Just waves.
He rolls his eyes at that, glances to Figment. You want me to take that yet?
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to take that yet? You're still carrying that sword. Well, that butter knife.
I mean, did I see anything for my valuables check?
Looking for valuables? Not in this room. I mean, unless you count all this stuff that looks like it's like the hide I mentioned is huge, probably valuable, but trying to take it off and such might mean that it's not done. And I mean,
Alright.
may devalue it slightly, but I mean, you could try, but
It's,
gonna be
it's too
heavy.
out of the way. He's not gonna go for it.
Not like
No,
gold, silver, or anything like that.
I'm fine. I can hold it still.
Alright. Heading up the stairs. Each stair is pretty big, and Tharius slightly goes back on what he said by having to slightly pick up Yumi while going up the stairs.
Uh-oh. Am I gonna be able to make it up the stairs with this thing?
Tharius kind of looks back at you just like, you coming? You have no real way to climb this. Basically, each stair is almost at chest height.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he'll give it then, but he'll look displeased.
He takes it, kind of sets it on the stair, and is just like, I'll come back for it, I promise. I need to get everyone up here first. We're coming back this way anyways.
I always sucked at these, and he's like, trying his hardest to get up. It's good take.
Tharius will take Yumiko
Oh
up
no,
first.
he's not even trying it. Nah, I remember what you said on his back. He's not
Yeah.
trying it.
Tharius will basically
Fuck
kneel down
that.
and lift Dren up. Yeah.
Well, I imagine story helps me because he said he'll do anything
Yeah.
when he needs to.
Tharius' story, basically just one hand on each arm and just yank you up.
Not hard. Jeez.
Easy!
Watch the merchandise. Come on, man. You know this.
Merchandise.
Yeah.
He's a valuable commodity, apparently. Pats you on the shoulder. I'm trying, but making sure
Ow.
you get up here without... Sorry.
His back.
Yep, I remember. Sorry. Lifts you
I
up.
thought valuable. Why is it that valuables are always so fragile?
Because if they were sturdy and such like that, do you really think that they'd have their value as high?
Why do you think he
Diamonds
treasures me?
exist.
I am the diamond in the rough.
In this case, the diamond in the ice as fuck.
What?
It's cold as fuck here.
Boo! She'll let
Ice
Cat with a
as
screwdriver.
Look, just lifts you up. Eventually, you
We
get
have to
the top
work
of
on
the
those
stairs.
vicious mockery of yours.
I'm not mocking you, though. Or anyone else, for that matter.
I was.
That's why we have to work.
He's saying he's going to help you improve so you hurt more.
He, like, looks confused at that and then kind of goes, sure.
She just pats his head.
Eventually, you get to the top of the
Please,
stairs.
that screwdriver, by the way.
I figured as much, which is why Tharius has to pick you up, set you on the next step, get up.
I mean, to be totally fair, even without it, he would have to.
Figment might not need help, but he requests it anyway because he thinks being lifted up is fun.
Tharius will help.
You're like the motherfucker that takes the handicap ramp because it's more.
Oh yeah, he is a little bit.
Yeah.
So fucking
For you, it's
If
just under
somebody
your
else
chest height.
needed it, but like,
Someone else does need the help. You're looking at it. It's just
well,
like
I mean, after Dren is done.
I like that too. It was just like, okay, we got Dren up. Now me, just arms in the air, looking up the stairs.
Yeah, if it's under Storvinner's chest, there is no way in hell I was going to be able to make that screwdriver or not.
Yeah, that's why I said that you and Tharius were basically just climbing up it, and Tharius was kind of hopping Yumiko up onto it before you both were pulling people up. Oh, you're just gonna jump it? You're gonna take 10-foot run jump up?
His high jump. You don't need a running start for high jump.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. You need it for long jump.
Yeah, you need the long jump.
High jump is just jumping.
If Thorius and Storvina are helping, and Eris just goes on ahead, how much distance is that going to put between her and the rest of the group?
It'll put a little bit, not enough that it would be... It would put you so far away that you would be able to... or rather that they wouldn't be able to see you, but you'd be able to... Yes, you do need to run 10 feet. I'm aware. Paris thinking that it's just a standing high jump. If you do a standing high jump, then you have to still move 5 feet in order to do the jump. It's half the distance.
So we just climbing these steps like a toddler.
Well, you're getting
Yeah.
lifted and set up here, so you know. But Eris, you do go up and you see the you eventually you peek your head over and you come face to face with the giant.
There is a startle.
Eris kind of pauses. You all right?
Yumi's about to drop the screwdriver.
I found the dead giant.
So does that match up with what the bird said? Saw. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dragon's a bird currently. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, bird
but yeah,
on the shoulder.
everything still could have happened. Yeah. So yeah. Does that match up with what I would have seen through the?
Yes.
I do want to inspect the corpse.
Roll a medicine check.
He's done.
Sorry.
Jesus, Paris. God.
Sorry.
It's Taru making that IKEA chair all over again.
20.
My bed creaks.
Nice.
I'm poor. I'm sorry. Broke it.
The fucking putting down of a bowl echo.
That wasn't me.
No.
That was me. I don't have
Yeah.
enough hands, and I've got a plate of prawn crackers.
Fair enough. Guru, I'm guessing
Hold
Detect
on.
Magic wouldn't still be up, right?
By this point, I'd say barely, and at the moment, it's still saying nothing. I'm going to say no for right now. Eris was already up there, so she gets the check. And looking it over, the cause of death is almost certainly the fact that it bled out
Okay.
from the wound to its neck. The frost came after. Well, some of it. There are some areas around the neck where it looks like they got frostbite while they were bleeding out. But after that, that's when the frost was layered over them.
And do I know anything about any kind of creature that could have done this?
Jazz hands towards dragon. Big D.
God damn it.
Big D, and then it's followed by a R, then a little.
She will turn to look back at the group and just make the sort of "oh we fucked" grimace. Just
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now you get it, huh?
Why have we not left yet?
Because it could be valuable things here.
Because our guide
Yeah,
is
like
up
our
ahead
guide.
right now, and we're not
And,
leaving without her.
If the dragon wants us dead, we're dead. It doesn't matter. If it is a big enough dragon. I'm not sure how big it is, to be fair. Big enough to
It
kick
took a
down a
sizable
door.
enough chunk out of the neck of an ice giant. That's big. That's too big.
Well, no, it could be multiple chunks or multiple attempts. I can make a big enough hole in someone if I have enough time. But, you know, one thing fucks me up the most. You wanna know what that is?
Do I?
These are a frost giant, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. This thing used ice to kill it.
Oh, God.
Technically died by bleeding
Wait,
out,
no,
but
yeah. No, they could have used ice to kill it. No, I don't think that's how it works from what I know about frost.
So then it meant it brute forced it. Awesome.
So yeah, it was big enough to not even rely on its ice abilities, probably.
Can we scan this last area and then go? I don't want it to come back and find
Does
us.
this thing look like a fully grown ice giant, girl?
This is an adult, as far as you can tell. You may say it's maybe a little bit on the young side. It's not like full beer or anything like that. Might have been maybe a younger adult, but it's still big enough.
He's got anything interesting on him?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 24. Sorry.
24, no worries. With the 24, looking it over, trying to very quickly just go through pockets and such like that, you do find that probably going to be the biggest issue is the fact that this creature apparently didn't have humanoid-sized items of interest. However, it did have a few bars of silver.
Ooh.
How much would each bar be worth if I had to assume?
From assumption, depends on the buyer, but each one probably is worth about 20 gold each.
Alright.
I want one.
We're putting them in a party fund.
Okay.
And each one weighs at least around 20 pounds.
Yeah. Sorry, so much room you got in that bag as long as she's not in.
30 pounds worth.
Sure, yeah.
That's how much
Say
I
that
weigh.
again? It doesn't. Wait, did you just. Did I say how much room you had and you said 30 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can probably fit maybe 4 bars.
Alright, yeah, that sounds.
She knows her weight. She
Yeah,
knows how
angel.
much goes in.
Yes, but you're bigger than the bars. He'll put 4 of them in, which leaves 1 left over.
I can hold it.
Okay, store opener, how much room you got in your bag? Not that I'm disvaluing you, I just want to put it on the people that would be able to carry it easy. So we don't get slowed down by it at all. And I don't enjoy how enthusiastic you seem that you want it. So when we get back, we can just sell it all together and split up the gold. You know?
So you give it to Storvener,
Yeah,
who easily
I'll
is
give the
able
rest
to
to
hold on to that.
How many bars you get in total?
5.
5.
Yeah, that works.
There's 100 gold.
And yeah, and those 2 great swords, we sell that to the right smith or magic person. Hell, we could even try to give it to the our captain. Might want it. So yeah, that's good. Anything else, Guru, of note?
On their person, not really.
I'm hoping to find some papers. All right.
Yeah, no papers.
Is there a desk anywhere in here?
In the upper area, not in this area.
How far away is the upper area?
There is another flight of stairs up.
God, I feel like Link in the final stage of Ocarina of Time.
I personally feel like we should keep going higher.
Where's our guide again?
Up.
Ugh.
Keep going.
So you begin going up another flight of stairs.
Wait, she didn't come back even after she saw this fucking thing? God.
This bitch is balls of fucking brass.
Especially how she just got knocked the fuck out.
What, something... What, a fourth of this thing's size, maybe?
In this room also, you do notice something else. There are a few familiar-looking corpses in that
What do you mean familiar?
Rimrise.
Oh!
Okay. I'll start. Can I walk and ritual cast at the same time?
Not going upstairs, like not climbing, but walking.
Kind of
I'll be yodeling on the back of.
What do you mean familiar?
shoulder.
I don't know what you said.
A rimeraise, the thing we just got done fighting.
Yeah.
The big thing that Dren put a whole.
The big heat bug.
Oh, that's what it was called? Okay.
Yeah.
Heat bug.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hop on the shoulders or back of Storvener and start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
I can't get the image of Drin sitting cross-legged with his hands in his sleeves out of my head now.
So you guys.
What?
You said Yodaing, so now I just imagine
yeah.
he's literally sitting like that.
Guys, Blizz. That is an amusing image, though. So you guys begin going up and up and up and up and up the stairs. It takes a little bit. Apparently this is connected to the tower that Dragon had flown by and seen before. Once you get up there, you can see there was a window. This has not been broken through. There is a bit of ice across the walls as you've gone up, as well as some of the ceiling. When you finally get up to the top, you can see your guy just kind of kneeling down, just kind of looking up at this figure. And this figure is old. This looks like they were an old frost giant. Beard down to almost to their belt. A helm with 2 sets of antlers, probably from a giant elk. They look like they're like a barbarian chieftain. And their chest has been broken, and they are completely encapsulated in ice.
Oh!
Should we? His hand will turn to flicker with fire. Unmelt?
It would not do him any good.
How much is he covered in ice?
Almost completely.
Done!
Is it like a brick, or is it like just like a coating?
Seems to be mostly a coating,
So like we could
Yeah.
search through him still, roughly.
roughly.
Yeah.
Done!
Okay.
What position exactly is this giant in? Does it look like he was just like sitting and then all of a sudden frozen? Or does he look calm? Or
Well, he looks like he's sitting in such a place and way that whatever was in this room completely threw everything around, and this chair was just the only place that he could be moved into besides the bed. Which the bed, by the way, shredded. And at the point that he was pinned between whatever was in this room and the wall by sitting on the chair, it then crushed his chest.
oof.
Guru.
Hmm.
From what we can see, can I make the assumption it shredded the bed?
Yeah.
Is there blood on the bed?
Make an investigation check.
Fuck.
Not any that you can see. This entire thing is not made of a lot of white cotton. It's more like this kind of yellow-brown color, which makes...
Can I make the assumption it was looking for something?
You can make the assumption, yeah. But looking over the bed, it looks like it's mostly just fluff.
And are we with our guide yet, or is she still
Yeah,
not?
she's
Here?
no, she's here. She's here.
Okay, good. I'll have Dragon fly up. Is there any more stairs that go up?
No, this is
Yeah.
towards the top
Okay,
of the
this
tower.
is the top.
Mhm.
All right. Not much. There's a big giant guy. I'm gonna. Is everyone's fine with me searching this thing's body? Correct?
I'll see if I can help out if you want.
You'll have no use for it. The guy just is very softly just kneeling down and just saying stuff, which Eris, since you're here, you hear the words in Giant, and you recognize them offhandedly. It's a different phraseology just from how it's worded than what you're used to, but it is a giant's prayer for the pardoning. Essentially,
So
last rites.
I will join in.
something makes me feel
It'll be
uncomfortable.
awkward,
with this.
but I'll join in.
This makes me feel very uneasy. And do you know why? It wasn't Frost that killed this thing, which means the dragon just wanted to leave a mark on it, or whatever it was.
Or a
It
warning.
was almost as it was gloating.
Just that not normal for dragons.
pins?
On.
The dragon. And they'll start climbing the fucking jump.
Make another investigation check.
I roll a 19, so it brings you to a 25
Okay, 25.
as I use my port and die.
Of course. Looking through what this giant had, most of what you find is slightly tucked behind them, as in when they were thrown onto their back, they sat down and pinned it between themselves and the chair.
Alright.
So that was what wasn't found.
And also, my detect magic is still up now, I guess. As I've upped
Recast
it.
it while you were
Yeah.
piggybacking. With the detect magic, there is a glint of magic that you sense. When you pull out the bag and look through it, you do see that there is a bar of gold that is going to be a little bit more than you can carry.
Fuck! He's trying. Someone please help. This is extremely heavy and worth a lot.
She'll hop off Tharius.
Tharius will climb
Yeah.
up.
I'll try my hardest to pass it through.
Harris,
He's still
Harris is
looking
going
at
to ask the guide's permission.
For
They have found something of value.
they will have no use of it being dead.
I asked permission before I did it, just so you know.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
In which case,
just,
Eris will go up to help as well.
Yeah. Dren made sure. He was going to just come loot this corpse up.
Okay. Yeah. Eris is crawling up to help out with this as well.
Tharius picks it up and he huffs a little bit as he picks it up, just like, this is gonna slow me down.
Give it to somebody that can carry it then.
Story, how much can you carry?
Oh,
21 Savage quote here.
oh my god.
This thing weighs like fuck ton, maybe I don't know, 100 pounds or something like that. You think you can handle it?
Can I make a rough estimate of how much that's worth?
I just don't want to add to the voices talking, but
You're fine.
Story would say, yeah, I can carry it.
He'll make sure to carry himself down first before giving it to you. He's not going to just try and drop it in your hands, because that would hurt.
Debatable.
He stares at
But
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What? Nothing was said.
I know. He's just like squints. He was considering dropping it, and it was considered against.
Okay.
The other things that you find in their bag is you find some of it is broken. It looks to be a couple bits of bones and such like that, maybe from something that they had either been working on or just had as part of their pack. And then you see what is giving you that glint of magic aura. You see what appears to be some kind of orb or crystal ball of some sort.
A huge ass gold bar of gold. How much would I think that would be worth if the other thing was worth 20 gold?
This is worth, just the one, at least around 100 gold pieces. Maybe more,
Alright.
depending on who you sell it to.
Alright. And I'll pocket the orb. I'll go, let's keep searching this room, and then once we find everything, I'll start getting the orb.
Nothing
Also,
Go ahead.
is the window broken?
The window's not, but the other side of the bed is. So there is a hole in there.
Can
I'll
I
search.
conduct my own little search for valuables? Then?
Sure.
Cool.
I'll do a search around the room with detect magic up.
Nothing else glints magically for you.
And you said there's a dresser, right?
There's a dresser,
Or a
yes.
desk.
There's a desk as well.
Can I start searching through the desk? As she's
What
doing
remains
that?
of it, sure.
Yeah.
It's broken down to basically your height and level. Looking around for more valuables, there's not a whole lot of valuables that appear to be left over in this area. Most of this area looks to be broken and scattered. What were you looking for on the desk?
Anything.
Okay.
You're just looking through it.
Okay. In the desk, you do find that there are some papers that appear to be written, and you would need Eris to help you out with that, or your guide, because it's all written in giant.
Or if I want to be a dick, I could just do it myself. But yeah,
You could, yeah, broken language.
if I really want to be a dick. But yeah. Alright, anything other than the papers?
Other than that, not really. I mean, there's ink on the floor from where a bottle of it had been broken. There's a very large feather, but it's about as big as you are and probably
Can I
not worth
s-
that much.
Would I know what animal it's?
Roll a nature check.
Okay. 8.
Some kind of hippogriff, maybe? Something like that?
You sure, man? Alright, I'll take out my. I'll just. Actually, I'll toss the orb in the air, and Dragon will fly up, catch it, bring it to a higher place, and I'll start identifying it through Dragon.
Okay, you're gonna do that right now?
Yeah, sure.
Are you ritualizing
Unless you
or casting
think.
the spell?
Do you guys think we should leave now, or what do you think we should?
Personally, I say leave now.
Me too.
Do we want to take the fast way out, or the safe way, or the slow way?
What's the fast way?
I'll look through the window.
I will peek out the window.
You're pretty high up.
She'll look at him.
I have some way to get me down, from what I remember. So does Eris. Or I have something to get specifically me down. Eris has something to get more than just one person down quickly.
At this height, you'd say you've gone up a good 120 feet in the air.
I can get myself down.
Unless someone has featherfall, I'm not sure if.
I'm pretty sure Eris has said that fall from me talking to Eris before.
I do.
Yeah.
Would that cushion us this far?
Yeah.
And it will cushion all of us.
5 of us.
Including
No.
or excluding?
I believe 5, right, Eris?
I thought it was just like.
There is 8 of us though, so.
I'll go down the stairs. I need to get that sword anyway.
I'll come with you. I'd rather not.
No, we shouldn't split the party if we can't get all down.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, since this spell is for multiple people, I can't cast it twice and cover more.
Yeah.
That is a shame. That sounds like it'd be damn useful.
I have a singular use version of that, but it's a little. Does some different things.
I am not strong enough to survive a fall like that. Not yet.
Surely
How come-
Thorius could just hold on to you.
That's not how featherfall works. I don't
It would
believe it.
still hurt me, I'm most certain.
I mean, if you were in my bag, then.
Technically, yeah, if you were in her bag, in his bag, probably not.
As he's saying this, he's starting to walk downstairs with Story. And
I'm
your
just
guide
gonna
gets
go where
up.
everybody else goes.
Technically, yeah, Guru. It doesn't say the slow fall wouldn't work if someone was carrying.
It doesn't. Which means you could technically, like, superhero carry someone, but
Yeah.
the story starts moving and Tharius follows to go down the stairs.
All right.
You guys make your way down. At the bottom of the stairs, Tharius picks up the sword, kind of just puts it on his shoulder.
And you said you wouldn't carry the screwdriver for me.
Well, like, looks down at her. This thing's magical.
Just fucking drops it.
Oh no! She's referencing when he carried her up the stairs. So she just turns back to the stairs and then turns to him.
What?
You carried the screwdriver for me.
No, I carried you. For me.
And I was holding the screwdriver.
Good for the screwdriver. We got a free ride.
She will climb onto his shoulder. I'm gonna stay here.
You have a screwdriver, and it's on my shoulder. That's not necessary.
Yeah.
Please. Bag.
The way she has it, it should be poking him.
It's not poking him, it's weighing on his shoulder. And it's a little more than he's used to.
It's 10 more pounds. Alright, she'll put it in the bag.
It's enough that it's lopsiding him slightly, let me put it that way.
How does 30 pounds not lopside him anyway?
He's able to counterbalance it normally. But now he's also trying to balance between you and the sword on his other shoulder.
I work as a counterweight! I'll put it in the bag.
So with that, you guys begin making your way out, and your guide kind of motions. We should be able to make our way back to camp now, or to home. This actually explains far more than it should. Thank you for allowing us to make this stop. This is the answers that we need.
So, Guru, what was our exact mission again?
Your exact
Find
mission
out.
was to find out what was causing people to go missing and what was causing the methods to show up.
So, does that work with White Dragon?
Finding out what it is? Sure.
No, does that, like, make sense for what could be making people go missing and causing the methods to show up?
Are you asking your guide?
Yeah.
You ask your guide, and your guide kind of slowly shakes her head. Perhaps, but unlikely. But if the dragon did attack this place and cause it to be scattered of the giants,
The predator's gone, so the prey starts rising.
not only that, but the
The Rimmer
Rimmer
Haze.
were the giants' guards, if you will. If you take them while they're young, they can be dangerous, but they can be trained. If they were killed and the Rimmer Haze no longer had masters, then it would make sense why they'd be still in the area and still attacking.
The masters are gone and the dogs have gone feral.
Essentially, yes.
Alright. I have the flare, right?
You do, and they kind of like motion. If you're wanting to use that, it would be best to do that in an area.
No, I'm not taking it out. No, they're not going to be back for like a week, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not taking it out. I'm just
Yeah,
saying if I had it.
You do have it, yeah. We should make our way back to the camp. It'll be safer and it'll give us some time to rest. Yes.
Yeah.
Rest.
Wait.
Hmm?
You don't think we...
We what?
The cave we slept in.
Yes.
You don't think that's where the dragon was staying, would you?
Wouldn't it be too small?
It was a large fucking cave. Just the
Depending on
entrance.
how old the dragon is, the size.
The entrance alone was 60 feet wide.
It may have rested there, but if a dragon truly would have wished to live there, they'd have wanted to go deeper.
Yeah.
To an area where it could have light to illuminate
Surely there would
its...
be a horde as well.
Yes. If there was a horde and we took something from it, we would endanger everyone within the dragon's territory and beyond.
And regardless of the height, we went the whole depth of that cave and found nothing.
I found some weird stuff, but yeah.
It may have been
Not enough
perhaps...
to suggest there's a horde there.
I don't think it was the dragon's main location.
It may have rested there, yes. I can agree that that is a possibility. But I do not think it is its resting place indefinitely.
Rue,
Mm.
would I be able to know that dragons can change their form?
Roll a history check.
They can what?
History
Not all of them.
would be a 12.
Not really, no, you wouldn't know that.
I think it's only metallic ones.
Story wouldn't know. So with the guide leading you, you guys begin making your way back towards the camp.
With a 25, would I have known that though? They can turn into looking like humanoids.
Some. It depends on the power as well as the if they have any magical nature to them that allows it. Some can, but it's kind of a toss-up as to whether or not they're able to do so.
Alright.
So it's not definitive enough to be like, yeah, they can do that.
Considering my heritage, would I have some...
I'd say you roll a history check with advantage. I will roll it for you. Haven't forgotten. 3. You feel a tickle of the wind against your back of your head, and you're just like, you're not really thinking about it. Everyone's going by a second.
You rolled a 3 with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Limey, you
bad.
go over.
Yeah, Limey, you're a bit robo.
Going robo.
No robo. No robo. Yep. Yeah, good. Good.
Good. But a 3.
3.
Yay.
Yeah, I rolled really good stuff earlier. Don't you give me that heck mad.
Okay, you guys are still going robo. I'm just...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're the only one lagging for us, honey.
She logged out for a second. Yeah? Are we better now? Did Peter Piper pick up pickle peppers?
Stop.
Better?
Ah.
Yeah?
Oh no.
Limey?
Oh! Yes.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that everything was okay. I'm like, okay, are you able to hear us without it roboting now?
Yes, I can hear you now. It's just that I came in and everyone was quiet, so I didn't know.
That's why I asked if Peter Piper picked bumpers.
Well, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, there we go.
Paper.
That's why I'm glad that we made sure that you were able to hear us, because that would have been bad news bears.
Peter Piper delayed the inevitable for fighting for his kids in court.
Okay.
Moving on. With your guys' guide helping you out, there's nothing that really bumps into you, and in your moving forward currently, you're able to make it
Put
back.
snowdrifts every now and again.
Hmm?
I put snowdrifts every now and again. Nothing is going to explode out from underneath us this time, is it? No. No.
Can I have identified the thing while we're moving?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
You guys are able to return back to the area where your guide will head off to inform the chief and lets you know, have some food, rest, relax. At this point, you've been here, say, a good 4 days, so you only need 3 more days for your guide to return.
I will also go
Yes.
we gave this to me for the time being, but honestly, you know healing, correct?
I do.
So you're more, it's better to keep you alive. And he'll put the ring. It helped when we were
ring
going
do
into
again?
there. Ring of Warmth. It was good for me for the time being, but honestly, me going down is an inevitability. If you go down, it's chaos, so,
You are
this is for
pretty
you to stay up.
sketchy.
Huh?
Maybe we should look into getting. I mean, I appreciate this, but maybe we should look into getting you some armor next time.
Not gonna
we head
happen.
into the town.
I can't, I don't know how to use armor.
You just gotta put you in a bunch of bubble wrap and hope for the best.
I have mage armor. It's fine. But yeah, I feel like you being able to take more hits will be very useful.
Thank
Gives
you,
resistance to
kind.
cold damage. It makes
Yeah,
you so you can
and
survive
Yay.
negative 50
degrees, yeah. But if you ever leave the party, I expect this back, I'll have you know.
I promise I will give it back if it comes to that.
Alright. I'll pat him on the back. How many days did it take to get there, by the way?
To get there, good day and a half.
I mean, to get back to the camp.
Day and a half.
Day and a half? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
that's
got
why
all
I
my
said
shit
it's
back.
been 4 days, not including everything else that you guys were. Sorry, including everything else that you had done throughout your time there. So that's why it's 3 days before the ship comes to you. Nice, a nice natural 20 days.
Last fight. I have a nat 20 stocked up. I need to use this. It's a downtime day, too. What the fuck?
Oh, are we having downtime right now?
Yeah.
Is he fucked up on a downtime day?
No, that's my portent, which means at any point during the day I could make someone roll a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh Christ!
Yeah.
Well, what better of a time than to try and haggle a lot of money out of these?
No, I don't think we should.
Silver
I
gold
think we
bars.
should wait till we get back to the cloud
Okay.
Cloud
to
City.
sell stuff. Yeah. Can we get a handout that we can edit of shit we just have in the party to sell?
Mercantile handout.
Yeah.
Loot handout.
And also,
You'll
like
like
I
the
said,
name
we'll
of it,
get
I'm
it
sure.
about everything. Sell my shit, yeah. Alright, so we got, oh, you guys want me to keep track of this?
Whoever wants to.
How are my Remorays fins looking?
Fins.
They're good at the moment. You're probably going to want to get them, worked on to make sure that they don't degrade at all. Essentially, just be a leather working trip to make sure that it gets treated right.
Ah, okay. Is there a leather worker in the camp? Up here.
And Guru, when I identify the orb, do I get anything out of it?
I'm getting it for you. No worries. I haven't forgotten about you.
Okay.
Looking around the camp, it would we would be able to find someone, and the people who would best be able to work on it, they'll say they can get that done before you're having to leave within, promising prospect of 10 gold.
Nice. Yep.
Also, whoever did the sell my shit thing, I had it better laid out. Don't do it. I got this. Just because I had things written down with the prices, so we don't forget the fucking prices on them.
Okay. But yeah, if this gold bar is like £100, surely that means it's worth like 5,000 gold piece.
And Guru said it's worth over 100.
Yeah.
Gold is heavy as shit.
Gold is heavy as shit, yeah, but I'm talking about in terms of the fact that they would have to melt it down and then resupply it into the world, which is why they'd be willing to pay 100 gold pieces at least, but also depends on where you sell it. Some people might be willing to pay a lot of money for it, but that depends on where you sell it.
Okay. I mean, personally, actually, no, story probably wouldn't count.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Yeah.
I love the bonus at this point. It's just the accountant.
Knows how to do math.
Wait, what?
I said I love that at this point you're basically the accountant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back.
So far, we got one gold bar worth over 100 G, 5 silver bars worth about 20 a pop, and then 2 magic butter knives.
I don't regret anything.
Alright, so yeah.
We don't happen to see any more bullshit on our way back to the fucking site, do we?
Hmm?
We don't have
He
to see
said
any
no.
more. Okay, thank God.
He
I
said
didn't
he'd
know
get
if he
there
meant to the
easily.
camp or to where we are picked up.
Oh, no, we're not getting picked up yet. We got like 3 more days, right, Guru?
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if we're making our way back to the village, because we're not staying in a cave for 3 days, we don't happen to see anything, do we?
Yeah, he said no.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay.
That's not where we're gonna get picked up anyway.
No, I know. That's why I said I didn't know if he meant on our way back to the camp or back to the
No, back
village.
to the
That's what I meant.
village. Yeah, back to the village.
Okay.
Did you give me a fucking snow globe, Guru?
Basically.
At this point, we're just waiting to be picked up, right?
Yes.
Figment's just gonna study.
Don, can I DM you something?
Sure.
It's like desperately look for my phone. Because I want to try something over 3 days.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
If my phone would stop glitching, that would be nice.
This orb is fun. Okay.
Oh dear.
Probably, I don't know, help the village people out with stuff.
Eris has
Gathering wood
one
or
other
something.
thing to do, but I'll let Paris say what Yumi's doing first.
Oh, I was just DMing him, but it's not letting me. So now you have to hear me type.
Uh,
Oh, no, never mind. It's sent.
Yeah, okay, no worries. I saw it sent on both of them, like,
So,
During the break, like the little bit of 3 days we have, can I try to upgrade my glove at all?
Upgrade your what?
Glove.
You can tinker with it. It's not going to be something you're going to be able to tinker with and improve by much until you get more time to work on it to actually be able to do so.
I have 3 days. I might as well.
did you hear what I said, Gary?
I did not. I heard you cut out.
Stories.
Troy, no, you said you were going to help out around the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. That took me a second to remember what you were saying because everyone else is throwing stuff at me all at the same time. So yeah, when you offer your assistance, like a few people kind of like laugh slightly, and then there's others who are actually like, no, come on, and they're willing to let you help out.
Story gives the people who laugh at him a short glare before going on with the person who said, yeah, they can help.
Yeah, the people who are laughing, they just kind of look at each other like, what do we say? What do we say? Like, not really understanding why they're getting the glare. But those who ask for your help find you to be a very invaluable assistant to help them out. If you mention cooking at all, so they'll be like, yeah, we can, when we're done, we'll let you cook us up some stuff. And
Yeah, he'll do that.
it's good food. They're very pleased with it. It's not like the food that they've got in the central area, but it is your own brand, and therefore it is good food nonetheless. And they're interested in the new flavors and textures you bring with it.
Yeah. I mean, he would have, like, tried to learn how they cook food. Like, as well.
And you can definitely take some time with that, but like for the first bits of the food that you make, it's your own blend because you haven't learned how they've done anything yet. But later on, they'll, with you cooking and them, be like, yeah, this is good food. They'll mention you to a few people who will teach you a recipe so that you have a taste for how they make things. So it is an expansion on your cooking skills.
Okay.
It does help that the chief will be giving you guys a thumbs up review because you guys went above what he was expecting to find out the information and even brought back the demise of the frost giants.
I'll work on some comment cards. And by the time we leave,
What are the
so rate
comment
us on
cards
our,
for?
just to give it to the chief. Rate us on how well he thinks we did our job.
Oh my god.
Critique us if he hasn't.
I know
Make
why
some
we was
comment
wanting to
cards.
do something.
Okay. Sure. He'll write that down and give it to you. And when he gives it to you, you can see that there's a bit of a playfulness. Like, he's being mischievous. When you look at the card, it's written in giant.
He shrugs and boxes. Guru, you gotta realize when you said
Yeah, I know.
Guru, when you said I can read any language, I don't give a shit. But yeah, when you said I couldn't work on the glove, I had to come up just for something.
I know. I know you were gonna do something. Also, putting everyone out real quick. Making sure everyone is as they should be, back to full HP.
Wait, what?
You've had a rest.
Drin also will mention if anybody needs any help with anything.
Okay. Most of the people don't really have anything that they're like, yeah, we're in need of this, so...
Oh no, not them. The party.
Oh, in the party. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just going somewhere with a canteen of alcohol, dude. I don't need help. Unless you
You'll
want to
probably-
offer me a refill.
You'd probably be tasting Story's food then.
It's food.
I'm just
She's
saying
not a
to
picky
warn you.
eater.
I'm just saying, to warn you, because it'll probably be quite. Well, not the best food you've ever eaten.
You just give her something burnt, she just fucking inhales it.
This is great.
Did you
I
even
love it.
taste that?
I love the
How
little
does
bit
one
of
burn
char.
cereal story? Please fucking explain this.
Hands over a bowl of cereal with milk in it. Fucking milk sets on fire.
Ah, yes. The
It's-
forbidden cup.
Just I thought I'd add a little char to it.
I've
I
never
thought
had
that would
cereal
have
a la
flavor.
mode.
I don't burn cereal. Oh my gosh.
Cereal brulee.
Actually, Guru,
Hmm.
you know what I might do?
Hmm.
I'll read some fortunes for some kids that want them.
Okay. Do you charge them anything?
Unless they really want to pay me for anything.
Hey kids, give me your pocket money.
If grown-ups actually want to come up and get their thing read because he's offering, they'll get charged. The kids won't.
Yeah. The adults are happy. Basically, if the kids go up, the adults will ask how much it is.
A silver piece,
Yeah, they'll.
if that.
Yeah, they give you silver pieces. Yeah. By the end of it, because as soon as the first kid gets their stuff and read and whatnot, they leave with wide eyes, oh my gosh, and tells their friends. You get, I'd say by the end of it, 15 silver pieces from the kids
Don't they get-
alone.
Wait, I didn't even charge the kids.
No, the adults pay for it. Like I said,
Oh,
the
okay.
adults when you're hey, I'm offering this. The kids are can I? The adults ask how much. It's well, for the kids, I'm not charging, but I mean, normally it's a silver piece, and the adults are no, it's fair play, and they give you a silver piece for each of the kids, and so you get 15 kids coming up, just one at a time, just what's mine read? Ooh, what's mine read? Ooh.
Aww.
I get one kid. I want to find the fat kid, and I'm going to fudge their goddamn fortune into making them the next prophet. God, I will sleight of hand that shit. I will make the best cards come up.
I feel
so
like
yeah,
it's
That's where the nat 20's going.
Oh,
Yeah,
fair.
exactly. That's what I'm going to use my nat 24. 100%.
okay.
I feel like at some point, Dren's gonna have open eyes painted over his eyelids.
And then he opens his eyes, and people are whoa.
Yeah, I am going to make that kid's fortune read a rags to riches story. Okay?
And the kid's just wide-eyed, just oh. He he doesn't necessarily waddle away. It's more like a toddling of just oh, come close to me. Yeah. And the other kid's what you get? And he shyly explains no way, really? And they're all kind of gathered around everyone. Each one's telling their own things when they hear his. They're man, that sounds so cool. Bet you'll be a
We're gonna come
superhero
back
or
here,
something.
and it's gonna come true, and I'm gonna start cackling.
Sure, and all seeing motherfucker.
Just shifts his hand around in front of his face, parts them in front of his forehead, and an open eye appears. A third eye.
Oh my god!
Surprise, motherfucker.
You laugh at that, but an ability Dren gets at 10th level. It's called Third Eye.
Yeah. It's literally what that's called.
Nice.
And now whereas me, I have been keeping track of you. So with the help of Yumiko, you're still learning the language of Gnomish. It's getting the certain consonants and whatnot to come out so that you don't have it sounding like you're just trying to get as much phlegm in the back of your throat pulled up. Is
the noise that she just made.
yeah. It's not terrible. You're still learning. You've got a few phrases down. Like you can now ask, "How are you?" and understand that they'll say, good, great, or whatnot. But if they go anything further than that, it's like, you. Yeah, that's what I said about the phlegm.
I desperately want to.
Also, I'd like to say that after he's done
first. Let Paris finish first.
Okay.
Oh, I was just saying, please tell me there's at least a single scenario in which she fucks up some word, and just anyone that understands Gnomish just looks at her like, what the fuck did she just say?
Oh yeah,
It's possible.
definitely like 3 times.
Like Goliath. I don't think they would know. No.
You never know.
Alright, what were you saying, Us?
After he's done studying for a little while, he will, at least once a day, go around and see if anybody needs healing in the little town
A few people will.
camp thing.
If you're offering, they'll accept it.
Yeah.
Does one of them have a fucking green color theme?
Green colored what thing?
Green color theme, not thing.
Oh, theme. Are you... Oh.
There you go.
You're looking for Genji. No, there's no Genjis here.
He just gives him a level 1 cure wounds.
Yeah. And they thank you.
That's it.
You are offered they don't know about the ring, and so you are offered like a coat that you're able to leave with. It drags on the ground as you walk away.
Yes.
And it completely covers your hands. This is a coat made for a Goliath.
Yes.
Like you have to pick it up to keep it from dragging, but even then doing so, it's like you're holding it with them almost like midway through what would be the arm of a Goliath. It is huge. It like almost falls off your shoulders, and when you pull it up around you, there's like fluff around the neck of it that just like encapsulates your entire head. If you throw up the hood, it completely covers your face. It is warm though. It is warm.
We're gonna have to physically separate Figment from that because he's going to die from heat exhaustion as soon as we leave.
He's a little cocoon.
He just goes off into a corner, just sits down, and just like you just see this mound of just this coat, and then all of a sudden you see the hood flip up. It's just like, hi.
Look at you. You're even smaller than you were before.
I mean, I'm pretty tall for a human.
Yeah, he's 6 feet, so.
I am not a human. And Eris is gonna flip the hood down and keep going.
Rude.
The sass!
She smiles. She smiles back, but yeah.
During when it gets nighttime, I'm gonna start doing a fireworks.
Okay.
Christ almighty.
That definitely gets the kids' attention as they're watching, just like, ooh, ooh. You'd also just like,
Eris.
what the hell?
Eris is getting in on this.
I like how
yeah.
he's doing a fireworks show of prestidigitation. She's like, not with firebolt.
It's just like, I can do these things as well.
Shoots actual fucking fire in the air. It's like, oh Christ.
Yeah, they're still like, wow, wow.
Eris, hit the ball. And he'll cause like a ball of white in his hand. He'll throw it up in the air. And if the firebolt strikes it, yeah. Keep shooting.
Yeah.
And when
Oh,
it hits, it kind of explodes into a firework.
Ah.
Yeah, just bring one a show. Makes people happy while we're.
Yeah.
It is just they're enjoying it so much. It is you're basically making their day.
Here for 2 more days.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. So
If I ever see Yumi outside, though, I'm gonna dump a bunch of snow on her.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yes.
I imagine she just heads out for more material, and just from the roof, she's covered.
just shoop, and you're just completely buried for a moment. Then there's
She
this,
stays under there, and so you just see the tip of the screwdriver that she's been carrying just poke from the snow.
Oh.
shoop.
And she'll start wiggling it so she can dig a hole.
You're able to get out easy enough.
There's a snowball fight, yes?
I give a
Collapse
aggressive
down
thumbs up.
Man helps her dig out of the snow.
One of the Goliaths like slowly pats you on the shoulder, leans down and he packs it into a ball, offers it to you. Snowball.
She'll slowly take it.
No, this was offered to Eris.
Oh, betrayal!
Snowball.
It's
A little bit
smaller.
Smaller, yes.
Oh, okay. I wait for you to get out the snowdrift.
She rolled down the pile out of you. And she'll just hop out with a snowball. You'll never take me alive! And chuck it.
Eat it.
Yeet.
So you throw it back at each other.
I use proper snowballs now.
Instead of the snow pile.
The
Don't
adults.
worry, just wait till you get kind of cold or snowball storm.
She's trying to play with me, not kill me.
Same difference.
Also, I like the idea of Eris being uncomfortable with using ice spell.
Oh my god.
Good. Too cold, my fingertips.
Make no mistake, she's going to be so happy to leave here, but she's getting the idea of snowball fights.
Figment sees a particularly large snowball heading towards Yumiko. He will try to sacred flame catch it midair.
You're down, Mr. President.
Hold on. What's your spell save DC?
Me or her?
14.
14?
Yeah, 14.
It almost hits Yumiko, but you're able to boom blast it out of the air.
Did you roll a save for a snowball?
Yes.
Can I try to Harry Potter it out of the air? Think like Voldemort and Harry Potter, spell hitting spell.
What are you trying to hit it with?
Oh!
I'm gonna hit the radiant beam with a normal beam.
Since it's a save, I'm just going to say it still hits the snowball, but you can certainly try and hit the
Okay.
beam. Because it
There is
doesn't
going
just,
to
it's not like a
be-
thrown fire. It just explodes in that area. So it blows up the snowball.
There is going to be one hell of a magic explosion.
Yep.
I feel outmatched here. I'm surrounded by the casters.
It becomes it becomes a full-on snowball warfare almost. As you guys are throwing it and Figment's trying to blast them out of the air. Sometimes it works,
Well-
sometimes it doesn't.
To
Oh,
be
no,
fair, I
it's
have
not
a napalm
warfare.
from above.
Reindeer in the
It's
area,
not-
Guru?
Not particularly
food?
close to the area. I mean, yeah, essentially, most would be considered food.
Okay. Are there any, like, hooved creatures?
Yes.
A moose?
Not moose, no.
Don't fuck with a moose. A moose will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I know.
Don't
Look, you're very fragile, and you will be destroyed by a moose. But speaking of which, speaking of being fragile and such like that,
Hi.
congratulations, everyone. Would you like to be level 4?
Yeah.
I'd love to. I'd aggressively love to.
No, okay, I heard a no. Should we count that?
Yes! Yes!
Did we just level up with a snowball fight?
Yes. To be fair, you guys were going to be getting it regardless because you had completed this mission and area, but you guys, technically the snowball fight is you guys leveling up.
I rolled max HP. Go fuck
I
yourself.
nat one it. I nat one my.
You re-rolled nat
Reroll
ones.
nat ones, yeah.
I came close. I'm depressed now.
Oh, fuck you, Paris. You don't understand how many times I almost rolled a 1. No.
That hurts.
I rolled a 2.
Story probably wasn't in the snowball fight. He would have been, I don't know, he probably would have passed by and laughed a bit, but he would be heading towards the kitchen again.
You honestly though, no, you would have been probably near the kitchen at this point. There are snowball fights kind of in the center square sort of area, so you'd have been able to get a front row seat to this while learning how to cook.
Drin every once in a while does do the napalm strategy of just having Dragon dive bomb and drop the snowball right
Why?
Oh. Okay.
Story
Okay.
might, like, I don't know, like, he might have, like, bits of cooked meat or something, you'd just, like, chuck it over to them.
Just here, I'm gonna throw you a
I
bone.
want to see if I can catch it with my mouth.
Meatball.
Can I attempt this?
Roll an athletics check.
Can
Why
I
not
cook that
acrobatics?
Me.
I'll allow
Or,
it. No, her.
God,
Wait,
think
are we doing the thing of catching meat in the air with our mouths?
She is trying to.
Yes.
yeah, she's trying.
Oh, I'm in for that.
Perfect. Like, Story, you throw out a piece of meat, and you watch as Yumi sees the meat. She smells it from a distance, runs, leaps, and you just watch it go perfectly into her mouth, and then she completely faces into the snow. As you just see her legs kicking out of it, and then you just see her pop out, just like.
Story will throw one more for Eris.
I want to snatch.
I want to snatch.
Can I have Drin try to intercept? Not Drin,
No.
Dragon try to intercept.
You want the rest of the furbook? Do you want the rest of the furbook?
I never said Dragon would keep it, but can I see if Dragon can?
Oh no!
It throws it off enough that it doesn't quite land in her mouth. It kind of slaps against her cheek.
Oh, I wanted Dragon. I wanted her to be jumping for it, and all of a sudden, an owl's claws grasp into it. And
Fiery connotations. Oh my God.
So not only do I get meat slapped, but I get a face full of owl.
Kind of.
Stories cooked meat. It's
no, God, dude, come on. That's a me kind of joke.
I expect higher quality jokes.
I don't.
No.
Dragon spread.
I don't.
Don't
actually.
dragon spread the familiar. Don't dragon spread the familiar. Don't dragon spread the familiar.
That's an expensive familiar unless you're planning on paying for it.
Oh my God!
You break it, you buy it.
Mm.
And by buy it, I mean you buy me money for a new one.
You buy me money for a
Or
new
buy
one.
materials for a new one, whatever.
Thought am I able to make that actually in 3 days?
Make what? Oh, the thing? Within 3 days, you'd be able to make yourself a scarf.
I just sent you what I'm trying to make.
Oh, you sent me more details. Yeah, within
Alas,
that,
I
you'd
am
be able
one
to make a
step
second one.
closer to my final
So-
form.
She took linguist! I will.
my actual
Christ
God.
almighty. Jesus H. Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can you learn Deep Speak? How the? What the fuck are you? I know what you are, but fuck.
Usually, just one of the ones you have to clarify with a DM, but yeah.
Oh, Guru, can I learn?
Yeah,
Deep Speak?
usually,
Because it
when
is
it comes-
of how uncommon it is, I'm going to say no. You can swap that with a different one. Except for
when
Say
it
no
comes
please,
extra
if I ask nicely.
exotic languages, it often depends on the circumstances whether you can.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
learning. I think the exotic language is like learning Draconic, learning Undercommon, learning Deep Speech, Abyssal, and Infernal. You all have to ask for.
I think
Does
he
that
allows
tell-
all of them, but
Deep
Deep
Speech.
Speak
To
specifically.
learn Abyssal, you'd probably have to have learned it from either someone who knows it, which would probably be like, I don't know, a tiefling or someone who's associated with the demon, or like
what's
you'd have to
your
learn it from
PayPal?
the demon themselves.
What's your PayPal?
Dear.
I will approach Eris in this case. Eris, bend down here.
I will lean.
She will wrap a golden scarf around her neck. I started practicing.
There's kind of like confusion, then delight, then more confusion, and then she just kind of starts just playing with the material.
It's soft and warm.
She does a weird thing where she just holds up 2 handfuls of it and just presses her face into it. Starts nuzzling. And
I don't
it's
know.
soft. And warm.
You mentioned you didn't like the cold, so I figured I'd fix you something.
She picks Yumi up and does the full, like, side of the head nuzzle.
She will nuzzle her back. I'm glad you liked it.
I have not had a gift before. This is so nice.
She blinks at that and looks down at her like, wait. You had a gift? No one is
What?
giving you a gift?
Gift?
She kind of is like, nothing like this, no.
She will hop down. We're fixing that. And she will drag her to town. And I do this because I have to be right back real quick. So, Yumi is just window shopping with Eris right now. Be right back real quick.
Wait, window shop. Wait, there's only a general store. We've been over this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Shelf shopping. Be right back.
We've gone to window shop.
We've got to shop for windows.
Sorry if you hear the tappity tap tapping. I'm just, So you'd have to pick something else, Oz. So it wouldn't be deep speech.
Yeah. I picked halfling.
That's
Wait,
fine.
can I enter a realm of madness? Is that a thing I can do?
No. Not
Oh.
casually.
Casually.
That's
Wait,
like,
what? Say that
that's
again?
like going to another plane of existence wherein you are expected to be constantly rolling to see if you ensure that you do not lose your sanity.
It'd be a wisdom save, right?
Generally, but sometimes it's charisma.
Okay.
Wait, what did you just ask, Oz?
Asked if she can enter a realm of madness.
What? Where did that come from?
Details and
You're telling me I'd
surprise.
have to go into one to learn deep speech, so I'm considering.
Technically not. You could also go to the astral plane, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or the astral.
Yeah,
It
I
you,
have
can be a realm of
returned.
madness in its own way.
So you have to go talk to Cthulhu.
you would have to learn it from an aberration or someone who studied
Schedule an
aberrations. They're not particularly common in the slightest.
Or,
I mean, you could go
not
to,
hostile.
you could go to the far realms, but you would literally go mad.
I think Figma might already be a little crazy anyway.
He's already on his way.
I mean, mad to the point where
I
your
know
body
what
would
you
start
mean.
changing.
I know what you mean. I had to make the
I'll
joke.
weigh the pros and cons and get back to you. I'll be right back. I'm ordering pizza.
Dylan,
I have no idea what I want.
I will ask Eris for a favor. Fall on her shoulders like a fucking bird. No, I'm not actually sitting like that. Do you think you'd help me find Tharius?
I can certainly help.
I'm on the lookout for the big bull.
I lift her up.
Lift it up, you'll more easily see where he is. He's got horns Kind of helps him stand out a little bit from the Goliaths. And he has hair on the top of his head. Stop rolling for initiative without me telling you to roll for initiative. Gosh dang it.
The last time you did this, you rolled really low and you had to take it.
I mean, yeah, that's because she keeps rolling before initiative has to
I know,
roll.
I'm warning her to stop doing that so she doesn't roll low.
I mean, if she rolls low, she rolls low. That's going to happen regardless.
I'm gonna whistle to get his attention.
I want. Oh, do I
Oh,
get the
go ahead.
1 feet? Or do I just get an ASI?
What is NSAI?
ASI is ability score improvement.
Oh,
He's trying to figure out what he's doing.
ASI. I thought he said in
Yeah.
ASI. I'm like, what the fuck is a NASI?
He's just trying to figure out what he's doing.
Okay. I will try and get their attention.
Floating gnome, do your best.
You see a couple people kind of like look over, and you just see like a momentary. You like see the bullhead just kind of like turn around, like, huh, what? It's like lift up slightly to look around, and she sees it, like raise a hand, like, hi.
I'm not dating him for his brain. And she'll gesture him to come over.
No, makes his way over.
She will hop onto his shoulders from Eris's, which I realize is a step down.
Slightly. Only slightly.
Tharius
pretty big.
is on his tiptoes.
He's got
blonde.
clothes.
Tip hooves.
He's blonde-ish, right?
Ish.
Okay, so she'll wrap a blue scarf around his neck. I did get the color right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, puts it on.
Hello.
Thank you.
She'll kiss his forehead.
Oh.
You give me the gift of dealing with me, I give you actual gifts.
That's a gift. I thought I was winning. Thought I was having to get. Oh, I have to work even harder now, don't I? Oh.
No, that's not what that meant.
I have to work even harder now. Okay. All right.
Oh no.
There is a confused look being cast between both of them.
Tharius just kind of looks and just like, I just need to, I need to find a way to help her out even more. Maybe I can get her a gift.
Can we look at Eris like this is not what I intended?
You could give her a gift too.
Exactly.
She gave me a gift.
Oh god.
She give you a gift too? Oh, we need to find a way.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to find a way to. Yeah.
Yui just covers her face as this occurs.
This is typical.
Yeah, of course. We
Not
gotta
realize you had to
gift
give a gift back.
Obviously.
I have not got. I haven't been given a gift before.
I will teach you all about how to find the right gift to give back.
Yes.
Yes.
We can both give a gift.
Yes.
She started an apocalypse. She started an apocalypse. The first step of it was introducing these two.
Oh, this is difficult.
I know exactly what I'm getting and I'm happy with it.
I'm like, I kind of want to put 1 point to wisdom, 1 point to charisma. Like, I'm definitely going to put 1 point into charisma because I need to get my charisma up so that my aura of protection can actually do something. But
We don't have to wait till level. You don't have to worry about that till
Lucky
level 7.
son of a bitch!
yeah, but like my next ASI will be the level above that, so it's like I want to have the charisma for it, like when I get it.
Yeah.
Question.
Answer.
That's cute. Sorry. I want to try something now that I have this. It's a bad idea, but I still want to do it.
Bad ideas are still
Oh
ideas.
no! I'm stuck loading.
I also want to put. I also
there we
kind of
go.
want to put 2 points into Constitution.
I can hear now. I'm free. Is there a higher plate?
What do you mean?
Like, not ridiculously high, but like, 10 feet up? Roughly?
Sure.
I want to climb to the top of that.
Okay. You climb up and you get to the top of it.
Darius, I'm gonna do something stupid.
You usually do. What are you doing this time?
I want to backflip onto his shoulder.
It's a time.
Roll an acrobatics check.
I fail!
It's good enough to be able to land and almost fall off, but he catches your legs and keeps you from doing so.
If Figment is in the area and can see this, he claps.
Yes, he does see this and he is able to clap.
Thank you. I got squat nimbleness.
I am ready.
Ready? Actually, how fast does Darius move? I want to try one other thing.
Standard speed.
Ah, that's right. They don't have the 40 speed.
No, they don't.
Every once in a while, people will just start feeling taps on their shoulders, but there's nothing.
There's a... Yeah!
Especially Yumi.
Ah!
At least once an hour, Yumi, there'll be a tap on your shoulder and nothing.
She looks at Darius. Is there something on me?
No.
It's fucking tapping me.
Okay. I want to, if I feel that, look around, then turn invisible and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Is there something magical?
Well, how long is there enough time for it to get away? Because Detect Magic takes a bit. Unless you
magic
cast it
takes an action to cast, so
I think she just straight up
it's,
Seconds.
it's gone by the time you turn invisible and also cast Detect Magic. Because that's 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Grew.
It's fucking dragging, isn't it?
Within 12 seconds, let me check. No, it still technically would be within range. Just barely at the cusp of it. There's a hint of conjuration magic at the edge of it, and then it disappears.
It's fucking dragging. Ugh.
You see Dragon land on Dren's shoulder from behind him. Just kind of wiggling its wings. Nowhere near you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Did it
god,
come
so
from the same direction?
Butters,
Huh.
do you want to know something funny?
Huh.
Remember how earlier Yubi said, I am not strong enough to be able to survive a fall just yet?
Yeah.
Snowfall.
Guess what I just fucking got?
You're still not strong enough to survive a fall of 120.
I know, but fucking hell! I just
What?
get the shit I talk about!
What were you trying to ask, Lammy?
Did Dragon come from the same direction as the Conjuration blip left?
Nope.
What is happening?
I would like to go up behind Dren and tap his shoulder.
Yes.
I'm invisible.
I can see you. You know the other spell I took this level?
If it's what I think it is, yes. Is it what I think it is? He's looking right at you, into your eyes.
Get fucked.
Harris drops invisibility with like the most childish pounce. It's just like that usually works.
Thought that worked, didn't you? Mm-hmm. All seeing, what can I say?
Why do you fuckers keep getting invisible shit?
He goes, my name's Dren All Seeing, you should have known better. And he walks into
He just walks through a random building. Just you suddenly here, get out of my house!
Can I help you?
no. And he just walks in the building.
At least she's honest.
Oh my god.
Utility wizard.
I realized
Just
something
some-
Yumi is going to do that's very bad.
That being.
I'm not being monitored, right?
I mean, Thor, yes.
What are you doing?
I'm not being monitored someone with a, positive perception, right?
Technically, no.
Is that a 20-foot building?
Oh.
So you just want to try to wall run.
No.
She's trying to jump off of it to slow fall.
Oh. Well then, slow fall wouldn't matter. You just be deep, waist deep, and or more
Here's
than
the
waist
thing.
deep.
Here's the
Actually,
thing. It's Yumi, so it needs to sink in. Oh wait, I can fall and it won't hurt. And yes, I know technically it still can't hurt if I fall high enough.
Yes.
But I don't know if she knows that.
You can jump off of a little ledge.
So if Darius looks around, she's gone. And she'll probably be walking along one of the building rooftops.
Uh.
She'll just dive off.
Yumi, no! He's not able to run up and catch you in time. Yumi!
That was awesome!
Oh,
even that
okay.
wouldn't be far enough to kill her.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Just paps her face.
Ah! Yes. I could fall from 40 feet and it actually would not hurt.
And
I'm gonna try and go some higher. What's the highest building?
No!
oh,
Highest building is the one you just jumped
uh
off.
oh.
To be fair, you couldn't catch me if I wanted to. She's still waist deep in the snow, and she just how you put one arm just straight down, lean on it, and then put your head on your hand with the other arm? That is how she's sitting right now, still in the snow.
I'm leaving you there.
I can get out.
I didn't say you couldn't.
What?
He just shakes his head.
Drew, also, question: is that orb attunement?
No.
Ooh.
Are you gonna tell him what it is?
No.
Nah.
Didn't think so.
Also, would you allow this, Guru? I'm gonna send it to you.
That's from... Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I allow it.
Yeah.
Because anyone can take it.
Alright. Now I have an option. Options.
One second here. So I was just looking at the spell that Tharius just took, and I'm just kind of chuckling to myself.
Oh god, what is it? I know you're not gonna tell me.
Nope. I have no need to tell you. He has no need to show it off.
Drin wasn't gonna show off his spell, but then all of a sudden someone tried pranking him. It was like,
Try me, bitch.
Please.
Oh shit, I got 2 more spells. Okay, good.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Brother.
brethren.
Figment's actually gonna look for Dren. We're in the
Oh,
same
actually,
area,
I know
right?
what I'm taking. Ooh, fuck. Sorry. Please keep going.
Oh, okay. Dren,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
do you have Dispel Magic?
No.
Okay.
I don't get that for a while. Or a bit. I'm close to figuring it out, but it's not at a spell level of spell casting that I'm at currently.
I could get the Divine Favor spell. On top of Enlarge.
Get another D4 as a bonus action.
Yeah. Probably not worth it. I don't know.
Damage is damage.
Yeah, he's not really looking for
No, what
damage
spell
though.
I want? What the fuck? Oh, never mind. I and concentration. I don't see it.
Which one?
No, it's not concentration.
Can it be 3 days though, Guru?
It will be 3 days. Yes.
Yay. That's fun.
I just need to put the second of Tharius's 2 second level spells that he's been wanting to take. He had one before, but he didn't use it in the last fight because he didn't think that he'd be able to do well enough with it. But now he has a new one, just in case. Because he's like, yeah, people getting hit, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Figment, he doesn't think he'll be able to find it here, but he might as well try. He's gonna try to find 2 platinum rings worth at least 50 gold each.
Here,
Ooh.
I know what spell you got, motherfucker.
DM me
don't.
what the spell is, and then make an investigation check.
Okay. I will.
I just need to double check its rarity.
Investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Well, isn't this the second of our 2 missions?
Uh-oh.
What is
That's
So we're
at,
on,
uh,
we're going
6
to a good
collectively.
place right after.
Yeah, you still have another mission, then you'd be going back up to
Oh, we got one more. Okay.
yeah, one more. That's the last one is to the Underdark. For the 6, this place is not rich in platinum, and as you're kind of looking around, you see a lot of silver. That for a second you're like, yeah, and then you're like, wait, that's silver. Dang it! So yeah, this is not a place of platinum. You'd have to go somewhere else.
Do I know where else by any chance?
The Cloud City.
Cloud City would almost certainly be a place that would have people bringing or making those sort of items specifically for spellcasters.
Where we go after this is all done?
That would be after the next mission.
Okay.
So, 3 days ends, and it's been a week. And in the sky, in the distance, you can see the coming of your ship. And you guys are able to say your goodbyes with the people who you spoke with, to be able to get yourselves pulled together, prepared.
John, I want to do one last stupid thing.
That being,
I'm getting a Mega Bowl. I want to try again.
you almost hurt yourself when you stuff yourself full of another Mega Bowl. You know,
I'm
yes, you do.
going to save this time.
Roll a con save. Not super hurt, but you are not able to finish it. It is a big old bowl.
I'll refill the giant canteen.
You refill your giant canteen and you have plenty of soup to take with you, nice and warm. You guys move up towards the top of the mountainside that you originally came from. You see that rope ladder come down for you guys to be able to climb up till you're all grabbing hold of it and then get once more dragged back up into the sky. By this point you're aware of what's going to happen, so you're able to latch on, hold on tight, and get pulled up. Once again, they hop 2, 3, 4 you guys off, but you guys are also able to, you're given a lot more clearance to, just jump off yourselves if you feel capable with it, to ensure that you guys get on without, falling back down or being stuck to a part that, need help getting back up on. But as you guys are all up, the door closes and you can feel the lurch of the ship beginning to move. The captain comes down, gives you all little nods, pats your arms and whatnot, gives you once over. You look cold. What's the matter? The mountaintop's too cold for you?
I come from here.
I realize I would be so grateful to see the ship again.
That's how many
I'm fine.
North are usually
Figment's
responding.
clad in his huge jacket that certainly does not fit him.
That's why I said you're
His pimp coat. Is the lizard folk guy here the one who's obsessed with bones?
looking around, he is not immediately here. He may be somewhere else on the ship.
I'm looking for him immediately. My boy, Bone Chill, let's go.
The Edgelord.
Heading. I'm gonna try and find Nafino, but heading there, do I just happen to see him?
Roll a perception check.
I'm also heading there too.
You're all heading to Bone Chill?
No,
No.
Yeah.
I think the gnome girl.
Nafina.
Gotcha. You eventually pick up on a very faint scraping noise, and you kind of look around and you see that off in a little section that looks like it's meant to be part of the where people can create things and have a little workspace. You see Bone
Okay.
Chill just casually. Shh.
So, Yubi just is holding on to the screwdriver, because that's absolutely what she's going to show Nafino. Just casually walking past, and he'll just hear, like, muttered but loud enough for him to hear, Saber-tooth tiger, and she will keep walking.
That kind of perks up slightly, like,
I'm about to screw a really big screw.
You see him just slowly squint as he watches you leave.
Someone's gonna peer inside the room and be like, "Hey,
Hey there.
how you doing?"
Shh. Good day so far. Yourself?
Good. We just got back, but I want to ask you. You seem like the type of person who would have some feathers.
What kind?
Feathers.
A specific need?
From a base, just for a spell or something.
Just so you're aware, Oz, if you have arcane focus, you don't need material components that don't cost anything.
I don't think. Oh, do I have a focus?
If you're a cleric, you have a holy symbol. That's your
You have a
focus.
holy symbol.
No, but I'd like to get some just in case in case I fucking lose it or something.
Alright.
Like
Does
that
it say a
happens.
specific kind of feathers for the spell?
It just says beast.
Eventually he'll be like, alright, it's one of those generalized spells, sure. And he'll give you like 3 feathers.
Yay! Thank you.
They're very nice and pretty, so you can like put them in your hair or whatnot, whatever you want to do with them. Make a necklace of them.
And for your kindness, I will give you this coat. It does not fit him either, does it?
No. He's about the same height as you, so he like looks at you just like,
Give it to me!
Oh, that'd be really funny.
to be fair, I think you could probably use this as a blanket, but I mean, if you're giving it to me, I'm not going to exactly say no.
Just
Now has
imagine.
a coat. I mean, he's a lizard. He's like cold-blooded. He needs it to stay warm.
It's lizard folk. Does not
They're
mean
still
lizard.
warm-blooded.
But he
Those
takes
are folks
the
still count as warm-blooded.
coat. Yep.
Keep him warm. Regardless, keep him warm.
Yes, he takes the coat. He kind of just throws it over his shoulders, not putting his arms to it, just kind of still just like lets it be. So it goes back to taking that what appears to be like some kind of jawbone that he's been working some kind of grip through. Just slowly just dragging it across his as he's filing through it. Very meticulous, very slow, making sure that he's getting his job done right, making sure he doesn't just break it.
And then
Yeah.
who has the goods, the wealthy thing, the valuable items that we're gonna sell?
Sorry, it's the story.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Moving on to you real quick. You give her the giant's screwdriver. She takes one look at it and just like squints at you.
I was about to show it to her.
What the hell have you been up to?
Giants.
I can see that. Why do you have one of their screwdrivers?
We found him and dead.
Really?
Oh no,
Oh, you found them. Oh. Wait, which tribe? Do you know which tribe?
Frost giants. I'm not positive on the tribe.
They can be dicks. But I mean, that doesn't mean that we necessarily want them dead. It's just. It's.
We're fought there. Leftover rim razors.
Oh, yeah, those. Ugh, those are gross. Giant bugs and they got eyes that just. Ugh.
Okay, so I can now imagine the story. Spreading bread on the world's largest slice of toast.
Do you mean spreading butter?
Yeah, sorry.
Holy crap! I just got completely disconnected for a second. Jesus.
Welcome back. But yes, you missed spreading bread on the largest piece of toast.
There we go. Alright, so I heard nothing after I responded with giants, dude. That is
I
what my
explained
connection
it.
did.
Yeah,
I explained the situation.
Ren
Oh,
explained it, and then she said, "Ew, Remmer hazes," and asked if you knew which tribe of giants it was. Which, to be fair, you don't even know that there are different tribes of them. So this is a first for you.
She just stares at her with this blank expression, like, what?
Turn it over real quick. The screwdriver.
She'll turn the screwdriver over.
You see that you've seen markings on the wood, but you thought they were like just markings to make it look nice. She motions it over and looks at it and gives a little nod. They were friendlies then. That's less good.
I mean, if a chromatic dragon supposedly attacked them, then...
Yeah, ice dragon, able to take him out. So I'm guessing it was a big one if it was big enough to take on a fortress.
Yeah, I'll let the captain know that.
Especially when you realize that means it was big enough to not even use its ice breath and still kill these things.
Yeah, especially since they're immune. The cold gives them no issues.
I figured they were at least resistant.
No, they're full on immune. I've seen one of them walking around basically just absolutely naked except for maybe a cloth for modesty. That was it. They wear
You
the
can tell
clothes
that
most
Yumi's
far-
immediately is trying to just image that.
Don't imagine it.
What?
It
Imagine
wasn't
it.
pleasant.
Pleasant, imagine.
Trenton sitting here as the devil on her shoulder.
I'll be
Make Tharius jealous. Imagine it.
Just. It's one of the nicer tribes, but if chromatic dragons are moving again, it's less than good for anyone else around them. I'll make sure to
I can't
keep it
imagine it's good for anyone.
No, it's not.
I also came here for a reason.
Oh?
I picked up some more spells, and I figured if you had money and paper and you wanted some of them, I'd let you take a.
What you got?
I'll show her the 2 new ones I got.
Ooh, I've been looking for this one.
Which one? The one that's been shown or not been shown?
The one that's not been shown.
Alright.
I'd be willing to trade a similar strengthened spell. Would you like... Let me pull out our book real quick. She's going to list them off vocally so you know which 3 you can pick from.
Okay.
Alarm.
Have it.
Okay. Illusory script. Magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you already have shield.
You'd think that.
I have shield.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what illusionary script does. Where's...
Illusory script.
Is it not in the SRD?
Duration of 10 days. You write on a parchment paper or some other suitable writing material, imbuing it with potent illusion magic that lasts for 10 days. To you and any creature you designate when you cast a spell, the writing appears normal, written in your hand, and conveys whatever meaning you intend when you wrote the text. To all others, the writing appears as if it were written in an unknown or magical script that is unintelligible. Alternatively, you can cause the writing to appear to be an entirely different message, written in a different hand and language, though the language must be one you know. Should the spell be dispelled, the original script and illusion both disappear. A creature with true sight can read the hidden message.
That can be very situational. I like it.
Oh yeah, Yes, it's actually been something incredibly useful, especially since people who are like, I'd like to dispel this, well, they don't read anything. Everything just goes away.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
She lets you write that down, and she copies down the other spell you got.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rituals. Dude, that's the main reason I grabbed it. It'll have you know.
It's another ritual spell. I getcha.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What?
Pretty fine. I'm
What
fine.
happened?
It's
I'm so
something
confused.
Taru sent me. Taru, please share it with the rest of us so they can laugh, please.
Please do. We want to know what just killed Dom.
Right.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh,
I'm still very confused.
I just rolled on my hands.
oh gosh.
That was good.
I'm still very confused.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I'll send it to Butters. He's not in this. He's not in this chat. Hold on. Hold on.
I think the best part is everyone's immediately thinking, "Oh, she thinking about the dick." She's literally just sitting here like,
Ain't that cold?
right. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking
is it
too. But at the
cold?
same time, everyone else is just like, you me thinking about it must be thinking, So moving forward and on. Actually,
I can't.
I actually think that's a good place to end the session. Just as you guys are making your way onto your third of your quote-unquote first missions.
Might as well just like get started with the quest, and like the next session we can drop down or something.
I mean,
Also, Don.
dropping down would be you getting started with the quest.
No, I mean like quest being described, like us the ship heading towards.
Yeah, you are heading. As soon as you guys were picked up, the ship immediately started heading towards it. There's a pit stop that they will be making along the way, but after that, you'll be heading straight in to dropping in.
How
Don.
much downtime will we have?
I'd say within here to the next area, it's going to be another week.
Don, absolutely, I need to do this.
We'll discuss it, send it to me later so we can get it all situated. Alright, everyone?
Oh no, it's just something quick. It's not like roleplay, it's just something I'm doing to bone claw.
Wonderful.
Within
Story
just
will
sort
be
of
cooking.
Awesome.
just some random time during each day, she's just gonna walk past and say Saber-Tooth Tiger.
You see his
Did
head?
you just call him Bone Claw?
What the
Bone
fuck is his
Chill.
name? I forgot. Bone Chill.
Bone Claw is the thing that almost killed Mordecai the other day.
Yeah. That's a completely different session, Paris.
What? She'll walk past Bone Chill.
Oh yeah.
All of us. What?
Filling
Don't tell her.
you in,
No,
Oz.
No.
don't. No one should. No, she hasn't been there. She wouldn't know.
You have been covered in kittens and having a great
You really
time.
like those cats.
But yeah, I'm just gonna do that to Bone Chill every day, just at random times we don't expect it.
Also, I'm gonna actually send something to Oz real quick that Oz would have eventually found out and been hanging around, sniffing around the area, out of character, of course, but in character.
I still need to finish the individual conversation.
Yes, what were you saying? Sorry.
Story's gonna be going in the kitchen.
Can I just
You
study
said
these
that,
two
yes.
robots while they cook?
Would she be allowed in the kitchen?
To sit in, kind of a distance.
Cannot study their joints from existence.
Guru, I am waiting for your reply to this
I'm
DM
aware.
with bated
I'm
breath.
aware.
Oh my god, who is it?
Shh.
Shit.
What was that?
Why
He's
does
stretching.
NPR just sound like a cat that's like about to get in a fight?
I'm stretching.
Oh. The cat's squaring up. It's getting
Pizza,
pizza time.
baby.
Pizza time.
It's mac and cheese pizza.
Disgusting.
Hey, you stole that guy's pizza.
Still confused how that man didn't put two and two together.
I'm taking the butter knife from Tharius at some point.
Please don't fucking.
Please don't want.
Please don't throw that off the edge of the ship. That'll be worth a good amount of money.
She's not gonna throw
Do
it.
that. So
I don't know if she can throw it.
you probably wouldn't be able to throw it. There's not really a whole lot of conversation that's had. It's just making the food, instructions and such as that. Unless you have something you were wanting to say to him.
If he won't let me study his joints, and I have nothing.
Not you, him.
What?
Unless is there something you wanted to discuss with them specifically, or because otherwise it's just gonna be you guys moving around the kitchen, just basically like, hey, can you pass me that and stuff like that.
It'd just be cooking because he needs the practice.
Yeah, that's simple enough. Not really super conversation and whatnot, but you will definitely be able to keep cooking. And if you show him the recipe, he will be intrigued and see about making a few of the recipes to see how you two can enjoy it, better improve upon it, and so forth.
Yeah, he would show the new recipe.
All right, not a
Is
problem.
is it that deer soup thing?
Some of it is, yes. You can use it with different other things. Oh no, Paris has brewer's tools.
It's more because he knows that the party enjoyed it, so he would want to try and make
Of
it.
course. He
So
noticed that you
everyone
got
can,
like 2 of the big old gulps. So yeah, you would be able to have gotten that one if you'd asked. But yeah, that is a great place to end the session. I hope you guys are enjoying these, by the way. These are a ton of fun.
God damn it, Tucker.
Doris will try his best to make sure you guys have good meals.
Good, good.
Get yourselves nice and full.
Oh,
What the fuck was that noise?
so cute.
Oh yeah. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
See you.